Cool. Check.
Yep.
Alright. Gearing up for the holidays, bud. What's going on?
Oh, nothing, man. Just got all the Christmas shopping done and getting stuff wrapped and then getting ready to go from one house to another and then, the typical holiday commute.
Yeah, it happens. I've had to do that a couple times.
Yeah, but at least you get to, be home this year.
True. We've been here most Christmases, actually.
But I mean, not having to go, out,
Yeah, especially sometimes the weather could be unforgiving. So
Exactly. It was freezing cold, and then now it's warmed up, and then it rained, and now it's windy, and then it's going to rain again and freeze.
Yeah. Well, today was weird because I got up to go to work, and it was raining, and halfway through the drive it stopped. Got to work, cool, did our thing, got out early actually, and it was raining. And then halfway through the drive home, right around when I was halfway when I stopped to get the beer, it stopped. I was like, okay, cool, So it was weird. I mean, it's better than it being snowy, I guess.
Yeah.
But the rain still kind of sucks. It's nice when you're at home and just relaxing because you're like, it's not really affecting me too bad. But still.
I don't know. I was in the snow all last week and the week before.
Yeah.
So the fact that it's gone right now, I'm okay with it.
Yeah. Dude, I had to...
Actually, the last 3 weeks I've been in the snow. I was in the snow in Omaha, Nebraska. I was in a snowstorm in Detroit, Michigan. I was in a snowstorm in Lafayette, Indiana.
How was Detroit Rock City, bro?
Depressing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I thought it was coming back up.
Downtown. I wasn't downtown.
Okay. But, well, I mean, yeah, of course, it's not, Rome wasn't built in a day, but I heard it's making a little bit of a comeback over it.
I guess so. Not where I was at. Where I was at, I was just sitting there man, this is making me sad to be here.
Where's B Rabbit at?
I'm just oh.
Where's the Marshal at?
I was on 8 Mile, though.
Were you?
Yeah. The weird thing about 8 Mile. So.
Eminem wasn't there?
No. But I had to drive from the rental car place to the place to get my stuff.
Yeah.
And all I had to do is drive 5-6 miles down 8 Mile, make a right, and it was right there. So I'm driving, and this is
So is 8 Mile a street, or is it it's okay? I just
so
didn't know if it was a street.
So there's
or
streets that are there's 5 Mile Road, 6 Mile Road,
okay.
7 Mile Road, stuff like that. So I'm on 8 Mile Road, and I'm driving.
Did you lose yourself?
No, I didn't lose myself. But I'm driving, and I'm just I'm looking around. It's early in the morning, so there's traffic from people going to work, but I'm just looking at what's around.
Right.
And I'm driving, and I look over, and it's oh, strip club. Okay. Parking lot of strip club. Dispensary. Next to the dispensary, liquor store.
Next to the liquor store, gun store.
No.
Okay.
So then it's stoplight. Go to the next stoplight, another strip club.
Wow.
Another dispensary, another liquor store. Go down 2 stoplights, another gentleman's club. It was I saw probably in that little span of time half a dozen strip clubs, dispensaries, and liquor stores.
All on 8 Mile?
Yeah.
Jesus.
And then I made a right, and there was another one there.
Competition's tough down there, huh?
I mean, I guess you just got variety. Yeah, I don't know.
Competition, variety, depending on where you're standing.
I don't know. I was just can't wait to go home.
Oh, no doubt. I bet. Did you, while you were down, did you go try the Mom's Spaghetti restaurant or no?
No.
Oh, you should have gone.
No, I had a lot of Middle Eastern food when I was there.
My brother, I think I told you this story. My brother just got back from Thailand, and his stomach was all fucked up. I was like,
yeah,
it's not the same. The woof woof is not the same over there as it is over here. So
no, dude.
You want the woof woof beef?
Yeah,
meow?
The first day I ate, I like Middle Eastern food.
Yeah.
And I eat it once in a while here, but I had it 2 days in a row
Yeah.
in Detroit, and that did not sit well with me. It was good, but I knew like I'm like, oh, I'm gonna pay for this later.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there in my bed in my hotel, and I'm like, oh, yep, it is time. And I'm like, gotta get rid of all this before my flight tomorrow.
Yeah.
So let's get it all done. Luckily, it's only a 48-minute
At
flight.
least it will not keep you backed up.
No, it clears me out, dude.
Yeah. I'll just give you a drop of coffee and you'll fucking clear
That,
it.
yeah.
But, no, like, because I know some people who get backed up, and I'm just like, dude, just eat spicy food. Like, don't overdo it. You know, don't punish yourself, but the oils and everything, your body will react, and it'll just flush everything out.
Oh, it did.
Like, I've rarely had that issue because I like spicy food, you know, and I eat all sorts of things.
Well, see, for me, the Middle Eastern food I got wasn't spicy.
Mm.
Well, the shawarma was spicy.
You want American spicy or spicy?
Yeah, but so like the shawarma was spicy, but in a good way. What did it to me was falafel.
Okay.
And I love falafel, dude.
Yeah.
I could eat falafel like all day long, but then in like 2 hours, it's not. Falafel's mad at me.
Yeah.
But I was just like, I ordered falafel the one day, and I'm like, all right, I'll order it today, but I won't order it tomorrow.
And what'd you do tomorrow? Got falafel.
No, I didn't. I was actually, what my plan was to have Middle Eastern food the first day, and then I wanted Caribbean and Nigerian food the next day.
Yeah.
But where my hotel was to where those restaurants were, I couldn't justify paying a $25 delivery fee on Uber Eats. Where it was like the delivery fee cost more than the food.
There's a joint downtown. I know Talia and I went there, and it was like a Nigerian food joint. And I was like, I don't understand what half these fucking meals are. I was like, I'll just have the blackened chicken.
Yeah.
And it was decent. Like, it was just, you know, I don't know what their taste buds are like, but it was like
hot. Well, not Nigerian. I'm thinking of the Caribbean food.
It was a blackened chicken, and it was seasoned, but it wasn't like salty kind of seasoning, like you know, acidic. It was just like blackened pepper chicken. That's it. And it was good. I'm not saying it was bad or anything, but I'm like, can I get a lime or something for this? And like, you know, like it wasn't bad by any means. It was good, but I was just like, I guess, you know, you like what you like.
Yeah, I was really hoping for that Caribbean food because I haven't had authentic Caribbean food since I've been in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And when I was down there, dude, I had real jerk chicken. Dude, it was so hot and so good.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, I was sweating eating it, and I just had to keep eating.
I knew a dude from back when I lived down south, and I was working at a telemarketing joint, and one of the dudes, he enjoyed eating spicy food. Like, we would see him sweating, and we're like, dude, why? Like, you look like you're in pain. He's like, nah, man, I love this. And he was just eating jalapenos, but he was sweating. He was like profusely sweating. We're like, dude, calm down. He's like, I am calm. He's like, I just really like it looks horrible. He's like, but I'm enjoying my food.
Yeah.
We're eating like burgers, but he was just like putting a
Oh, dude, I love spicy food, except from Thai way. Getting it the Thai spicy was not the right thing to do.
Yeah,
that was awful.
Well,
it was like eating the bomb sauce.
There's the thing is like
I don't know how they can do that and just be like, oh yeah.
Well, their stomach's used to it. You know?
But still, I don't think I could get used to that.
From my understanding, is spicy will affect you depending on your anatomy because it's your body reacting. You're basically having an allergic reaction. That's what I heard. I forgot where. And I was like, okay, that makes sense because everybody's got like a different tolerance for spice. Which basically says, but when you start getting into like, I don't want to say like Carolina Reaper or scorpion peppers. Well, those are peppers, but they make these hot sauces there. I'm like, dude, that's fucking chemicals at this point.
The ones that are like
the blue chip challenge.
Yeah, what's the one pepper X that's made in a lab? Like
I've heard of that. Yeah,
like that's not right.
Yeah,
that's
they're
just
like cloning
awful. Yeah,
seeds.
We combined a Scotch bonnet, a habanero, a Carolina Reaper, and a scorpion chili, and put it into this to create this. Like, I don't agree with that because then I'm like, that's not natural.
So the last thing that fucked my stomach up and it wasn't horrible, but I was like, yeah, I'm gonna pay for this. We got B-dubs last week,
Mm-hmm.
and they had their promotion, and so I was like, hey, you want to get some wings? I was like, yeah, and we usually get like it's like 20 boneless and fries and shit, right? So we got it, and we only get one sauce that's spicy for me, and the rest are like so we could eat from there. But I'm like, just get at least one spicy because I like a little bit of spice.
What spicy one do you get?
I just got the jalapeno one. Like that's too hot for her. Like I'll go that or Caribbean jerk. I don't get too spicy because the one time I tried they had the banana habanero sauce or whatever.
Oh, they have the mango habanero.
Yeah,
that one's good.
Yeah, I can't eat all six though because then my lips went numb the
Really?
first time I tried it, and I was like, I could do one or two and enjoy them, and I'll be like, oh, that's good.
Oh, you get so the jam and jalapeno one.
The jam and jalapeno.
I like that one.
That was good.
Yeah.
But like beyond that, I'm just like I'm paying for this and I'm not enjoying it. It's pointless.
Yeah.
And yesterday, Yeah, yesterday, one of the guys from work, I always bring a little bit of that Yucateco hot sauce, the black one.
Mm-hmm.
One of the guys is like, dude, that thing smells like fucking used oil. And I'm like, but it's fucking good, bro. And I don't like drown my food in it. I put a couple drops just to give flavor. So one of the guys is like, oh, you like spicy food a lot, huh? He's like, I was like, yeah. So he's like, I'm gonna bring a hot sauce. I'm like, all right, cool. So he brought it. It was homemade. I thought he made it. I think he was telling me like somebody made it and they sell it, but it was made with scorpion pepper. So he's like, try it. I was like, I was like, is that like for me or is it for here? I was like, he's like, no. He's like, you can take it home if you want. I was like, all right, cool. I'll take it home. I'll eat, there. So yesterday when I got out of work, I stopped at Sam's Club and got a full za. Brought it home. Tyler was like, get a cheese pizza. I'm like, cool. Brought it home and I was like, let me try this hot sauce. So I put like a drop, but it's like really like watery. So I put a drop on there, kind of smeared it with my finger. Too bad. I'm like, oh, that's not too bad. Next bite, put 2 drops. Smeared it. Oh, that's not bad. Started munching. I took a fucking like shot glass out of that bottle because it was good, but it wasn't what I was expecting. I was expecting to be like, oh fuck this, take it back. No, the guy asked me today. Oh, at work, he's like, hey, how'd you like that hot sauce? I was like, oh, it was good. Like it's tasty. It's good. I'm like, it wasn't as spicy as I was expecting though. He's like, oh no. I was like, no. He was like, oh, you probably got a high tolerance. I was like, I don't know, man. I think it got watered down a lot. Like I think it got whitewashed a little bit because it was really like they probably threw too many tomatoes in the mix,
Yeah.
and watered it down a lot because it's not like chunky at all. It's just like it looks like Frank's Red Hots.
Okay.
So I was like, but you could taste the spice. Like if you drown your shit in it, yeah, you're gonna catch something.
Yeah.
You're gonna catch something. You're gonna catch something bad. And I was like, I hope this doesn't affect me on the way out, because I was like putting on it, and I was like, I don't know if I'm making a mistake. I was like, I guess we'll find out. So what you got? What are we drinking?
Well, today we are drinking from Great Lakes Brewing Company. We are drinking Christmas Ale.
Yes.
Which is a 7.5 alcohol by volume ale with spices and honey. And then we are also doing the Cookie Exchange Milk Stout, which is a 5.5 alcohol by volume. And this one, it says, treat yourself to our seasonal milk stout, brewed with a special rotating cookie-inspired flavor. So it's a rotating cookie flavor. So with this one, it looks like, from the looks of it, it's those, at least to me, looking at the cookies, those anise cookies that were in the, you remember that, like they're in the green box?
Yeah.
I think that's what this is going to be like.
Okay.
I think
it's a milk stout, so it's going to be...
but I'm going off of like the rotating cookie flavor.
Yeah.
And looking at the cookies, that's what it looks like to me.
Do you want to try one of those? It's got a lower...
I'm good. I want something lighter, even though that's more alcohol.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, once you said the 5.5, I was like, do you want to... I mean, it's, it's a 12-pack, so...
No. Let me just knock this down first.
Oh, yeah, that was a Father's Day gift I got a while back. And I'd never brought it down. Tyler was like, do you use it? I'm like, no. I'm like, I want to, but it's like it's a gift. I don't want to ruin it.
And we've done Great Lakes Brewing before.
Yes.
Uh,
Oh, smell this.
they're from Ohio.
It does smell sweet.
Let me see.
It smells good.
Oh yeah, that does smell pretty good. But then I get that coffee. I get that coffee thing in the back, and I'm just like, ugh.
Coffee. It's milk.
I smell coffee in there too.
Well,
Well, this doesn't have too strong of an aroma.
it's definitely dark.
Ooh, this is a darky one too,
Is it really?
and I'm dripping all over myself.
I thought it was supposed to be like a red ale.
Well,
This
it's
is
red brownish,
no, this is like Guinness dark.
and I'm dripping.
Not as frothy though.
Dripping all over me.
This feels more like I know it's a stout, but it looks more like a porter.
Yeah, it does. See, like that's a dark red.
Oh yeah, it's got a nice amber color though.
Yeah, I like it.
That auburn color. That was what I've been reading. I don't know if I told you, but
It smells good.
let me see. It does smell good. You know what this reminds me of? That Shiner we got like 2 years ago, the first year.
Oh,
the
yeah.
Shiner box.
Yeah.
The Christmas one.
Well, let's give it a taste. See how it goes. Yeah, that
See it,
has
bud.
no head to it at all.
Oh, I just know how to pour, brother. I'm a pro.
No, you want. I like a little bit. You know,
Who doesn't like a
it looks.
little head?
Yeah. Well,
Oh.
you know.
Oh. Mmm. Dude, it's smooth. Try this. You gotta try this.
Dude, this tastes like straight up honey.
Try this.
Then
I'll
Yeah.
try yours.
it tastes like honey syrup almost.
You know what I mean? Watch the stout taste out of my mouth.
Oh, dude,
yeah. Oh yeah.
this one's good too.
All right, we'll switch up next.
Man, I'm not a stout guy.
Yeah, I know. I told
Okay.
you, it's smooth though, right? I think these are a great choice.
All right. Yes. So my first impression of this one
And you're talking about the ale.
is the Christmas ale.
Mm-hmm.
It is. It's like, I want to say like a honey.
Roasted nut.
Kind of,
Roasted
yeah.
nut a little bit. I did.
Yeah, but it's very honey forward.
Yes.
You know, and it's sweet
Mm-hmm.
and it's smooth. For being 7.5, I mean, which isn't that high, but for
it's on
being,
the higher end.
but it doesn't have that like
it
to
doesn't
it.
kick you. Yeah, no. It's,
You know, it
like,
doesn't
it's
have
not-
that burn, and it's just
and it's not like it doesn't have that like alcohol
yeah.
aftertaste.
It tastes like those honey sticks.
Yeah.
Those like you're just those little honey straws.
Yeah.
That's what it tastes like to me,
Mhm.
with some beer flavor added to it,
Right.
and then that just tastes like dessert.
A little bit, yeah. Well, the smell's great. It smells like warming up right next to a fucking fireplace.
But I do get the cookies. I get the
And-
cookies a lot.
Oh, the smell! You get the cookie smell a lot.
Yeah.
It smells like almost like gingerbready.
I do like these a lot. These are both really good.
They are.
And I was kind of worried about this one when it says spices,
Yeah.
because then I kind of think it's gonna taste like those how those bags of like pine cones smell.
Yeah.
I always think I'm like, oh, when I hear spices and holiday beers, it's like I feel like I'm gonna be drinking a bag of pine cones.
Yeah.
And with this, it doesn't have that. And then at
Yeah.
first, and then when I saw the color too, I was like, oh man, it's gonna taste like
It's dark.
it's gonna taste woody and piney, and then it's gonna be like I'm chewing on a piece
this one
of
has
bark.
a little bit more of a woody taste. But
Yeah,
not-
well, that has more of a roasted
yeah.
flavor, to where this has more of a sweet, syrupy flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what more like I'm thinking like honey syrup. Like if you took maple syrup but with no maple flavor, it's like honey, but
Mhm.
the consistency
Like
of
raw.
yeah, and then you like had it on pancakes.
Yeah.
Like that's the kind of vibe I'm getting.
Yeah.
And
It's
actually,
it's almost like a McGriddle.
I wonder. I'm only thinking of it. I don't want to try it,
You don't want to mix them, no.
but I'm thinking about putting those two together. What that would taste like.
Mm.
Because you can't really think about like milk and cookies and honey,
Yeah.
and they're both sweet.
Yeah.
Like
so
it wouldn't have that bad of a
They won't crash.
no.
I don't know. I think It would be a. I don't know. I think they're cut
There,
from the same cloth, but not.
there are two that could both sneak up on you
Yeah,
and make a good day into oh shit day.
yeah. You definitely don't want to drive after drinking these.
No, like if oh dude, just I'm thinking about it right now, just because of what my brother-in-law does on Christmas. Because now that they have kids that are over 18 and can drive,
Yeah.
they're like, oh, Christmas, we'll get drunk while they're opening gifts, and then they drive us home. This would be the perfect either one of these. Watching the kids open up gifts.
Forget the eggnog. Get me a beer.
But no, but just think about it. Like you're watching the kids open up everything. Everything's all settled. And then now with how the NFL and the NBA are, it's like now I get to watch some football. I
Yeah.
get to watch some basketball. And I don't have to go to work tomorrow.
True.
Or after I'm done watching all that sports, I want to turn on a movie or a show and just have a couple of these and fall asleep.
Speaking of movies, have you started watching Christmas movies yet?
Yeah, I've been watching Christmas movies since Thanksgiving.
Really? You
Yes.
start that early?
Not by choice.
Okay.
Not by choice. We decorated before Thanksgiving, which
Yeah.
I've never been a fan of. I've
No.
always wanted to at least get past Thanksgiving
I
first.
agree 100%.
And my family's like, it's not even a holiday. I'm like, it is a holiday.
Yeah,
I'm like, I need this to end before I can do this.
you gotta go through the gobble gobble before
Yeah.
you go to the Jingle Bells.
You know?
See,
But
like the perfect movie to watch around Thanksgiving, I think, is The Nightmare Before Christmas because it's Halloween and Christmas.
yeah.
That's what I always want to do. That like I need to start a tradition with my family, but nobody's like into it. Like, oh yeah, let's do this. Like I always tell Tyler like, it's the 5th of November, we gotta watch V for Vendetta. She's like, all right, and then we just don't do it. I'm just like, dude, we gotta watch it. You know?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. So we have this one that me and the boys watch every year. It's Prep and Landing. They're only 20 minutes long and they're on Disney Plus.
Okay.
But they came out with a new one and it's been like 10 years since they came out with a new one.
Okay.
And there's only 3 of them. And they're really short. But dude, it was so
Do you
bad.
let the boys watch like Robot Chicken and shit? Like
No.
I know they're not in the air.
They watch
a couple of them.
stuff and like some of the things that we watch together I kind of look over like I probably shouldn't be watching this. But then I hear like how their friends talk and I'm like but they don't talk like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like they hear it already anyway. It's okay.
Yeah. I guess.
I mean, he's in high school.
Yeah.
So
They were way worse.
just imagine what he sees when I'm at school,
They grow up. They grow up.
But their friends are pretty vulgar, and they actually tell them to stop being that way.
Yeah.
So, especially my middle schooler.
I think it might have been Phil that told me, he's like, bro, why do you gotta cuss every other word? And I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. And you know what I have to say, which has really helped me out with calming that down, is doing the radio show every Saturday.
Yeah.
That has calmed my
Yeah,
my vulgarity down a lot because I'll be getting on a topic and I'll be thinking like, oh, this is the perfect time for an F-bomb right now, and I'm like, nope, FCC, I cannot do that.
No, I mean, he told me that like a long time ago.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking like probably 20 years ago.
Well, I'm just talking about now.
Yeah.
Like,
No, I've definitely calmed it down. Sometimes I do it, but it's more for like if I'm trying to like really drive home what I'm talking about
Mhm.
and make it funny.
yeah,
You drop them, F-bombs, shit, whatever. But it's usually to drive it home.
hmm
It's not a crutch, let's say,
yeah.
because a lot of people do just use them as crutches.
Oh, dude, there's a guy that me and the boys watch that streams him playing Madden online, and he plays against anybody who he wants to play against him. And dude, I was just talking about this before I got here. He was playing against, and this dude's older. He's probably late 20s, probably even like 30, probably. Maybe younger, I don't know, but he looks older.
Yeah.
And he's playing against like 10-year-olds, but then also playing against adults.
Okay.
And you can tell when he's playing against kids because of their voices and stuff. Dude, This one guy he went against, every other word was bitch. And this kid was like 11.
Yeah.
And it was like, hey, you fat beep, and then the beep, and then the beep, and even the kid, this guy's Discord chat was like, can you tell this kid to stop saying that after every other word? He's like, I've been trying, but the kid won't listen. And he's like, shut up, you fat bitch. What you gonna do, bitch? I got you now, bitch. This bitch, that bitch. I'm like, oh my god. And the boys are laughing. I'm like, all right, that's enough in one 5-minute segment of saying the word bitch.
Yeah.
And it just keeps going and going. Oh, it's so bad.
That reminds me of what's that one? I forget what movie it is, but it's with Vince Vaughn's playing online. He's playing like Madden online with some kid, and he's playing like NBA 2K or some shit.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just like, "Are you ready for this? You ready for this? You better watch your mom. She might not love you after you lose this." And he's talking shit to the kid, and the kid, I forgot if the kid does something to him, and he's like, "Hey, you suck, old man." He's like, "Yeah, I'm an old man." He's like, "I got other things going on.
Yeah.
I have a life." He's like, I got bills to pay, my man." You know, in the Vince Vaughn swagger.
Yep.
But I thought it was hilarious because at first he's like, "Is your mom in the room? Come and tell her to watch so she can watch how I kick your ass." It was hilarious.
Yeah, dude. The boys get that way with me. They're like, "Oh, we owned you." I'm like, "Okay, I also work. I have this. I'm writing this thing. I'm doing this. I'm doing that." Like,
Yeah.
I have a lot going on to where I just can't sit and play PlayStation for 5 hours.
Yeah.
I'm like, I would love to play PlayStation for 5 hours.
Those days are gone, my friend.
Not all the time.
No, I'm not saying
If Colleen's out of town and I'm
the
not
boys-
working and the boys aren't there,
You're logging on.
there's like a 5-hour day somewhere in that period of
I
time
haven't
to where.
had a 5-hour day in forever. I haven't played in a couple days.
Oh, dude, there was one time when she was out of town. I didn't have the boys, and I think it was like a Thursday, Friday, whatever. She was gone.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was like Thursday and Friday.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I did. I woke up, I went to the gym, came home, sent some emails that I needed to send, and then I logged on, and then I looked at my watch or my phone. I'm like, oh man, it's 11 o'clock at night. Like, man, where did my day go? And then I looked, I'm like, well, let me see what I did here. I'm like, oh, I played 15 years of this franchise mode with this coach. I'm like, all right, well, time to go to bed. I guess I'll start a new team tomorrow.
So back in the early 2000s, it was when Metal Gear 4 came out. They actually installed in the game a thing where it was like, if you played for 4 hours, the game would stop and be like, dude, you need to take a break. And the game would stop, and it would just be a screen with Solid Snake smoking. Yeah. It's like, dude, go out for a little bit.
They didn't do that when we would play at my house.
No. As far as I know, I think that's the only game that does it. As far as I know, there could be others, but like,
well, I remember playing Metal Gear Solid at my house.
Yeah, the first one. Yeah, dude, we fucking crushed that game at your house.
I know.
And I told you I just played it like a month ago or two.
Yep.
And I was like, I got to do it. And then I saw it. I was like, I wonder, like, how long should this take? And I was like, boom, 3 hours. I was done. I was like, man, I remember that took like months to beat. But then, like, you know, it was like, we didn't use strategy guides. We didn't have online forums to look at, like, how do you do this? It was like, you literally went through every step of the game. And then now you know where everything is. And I was surprised because I was like, dude, I beat it in 3 hours. I knew where a lot of the shit was. There was things that I didn't remember. But I remember the thing where it's like, oh, you got to unplug your remote and plug it in the second port to get Psycho Mantis.
Yep.
Beat the shit out of him. And, like, games like that. And then my godson, he's like, how could you play those? Because I think he played one of the old Resident Evil games with the tank controls where the fixed camera angles.
Yeah.
And he's like, those games are hard. And I'm like, no, they're not. I'm like, I made that game my bitch.
Well, they were hard when we first had them.
Yeah, but like even then, like you master them. You know?
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about when we first played it.
Yeah.
We were like, oh shit, we gotta do this game.
I think that's like that with every game because you're experiencing everything for the first time.
But it was different when we first started playing video games to now. You know, like it was so different back then, dude.
Like I remember I spent a whole summer. I think it was in 8th grade when Final Fantasy VIII came out, and I clocked it out. Like you can't go past 99 hours. Like you could, but it'll clock out at 99 hours. And I clocked it out. I was still going, ranking up. I was getting everything, and I had a big strategy guide for that one. I was like, 'cause that's a big game, dude. So I was like, I gotta get this, I gotta get that. I fucking over leveled. I was like, walking to dudes, just touching them, like, boop, you're dead. I was like, yes.
Dude, I was like that with what was it? The when the first like awesome Grand Theft Auto came out,
I think it was like the 3.
GTA 3.
I think so.
Yeah,
I never got into the GTAs.
but when that first one came out,
Yeah.
not the first two where you were just in a car,
Mm.
but like that first where it was like open world.
I remember when those games came out, and everybody's like, dude, you can shack up with hookers. You
Yep.
can beat the shit out of them.
Yeah,
Everybody's
and
all
you
pumped.
got all your money back
Yeah.
because you'd park you'd park with her, and then the car would shake, and then she'd get out, and you get out, and you beat her, and you get her money back and drive away.
Like, refund.
But I remember that one in Vice City.
I just thought of something.
Dude, I think I beat everything in those games. And that wasn't like you get that done in a day.
Yeah, no.
Those were like
You had to grind.
You did like the main storyline first,
Mm-hmm.
which opened up most of the city, and then you did like this group of side missions, and you did this group of side missions, and then you get bored and you're like, all right, let me see how many people I can kill to get
The
5 stars,
Yeah.
and then see what happens and see what they'll bring. And I'd always make sure I was on a roof, and then I'd be like blowing everything up as they're showing up, and I'd be like, okay, I'm good now. And then I'd jump out, get in a car and drive away, and my stars would go down.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I did play them, but I never got into them. Like, I never owned one, and I was like, oh, I want to get through it. But I did play them a little bit, and I was like, oh. They try to get the 5 stars. I was running around running pedestrians over. I was like, yeah, I'm going to be on the news, baby.
Yep. Yeah, those games were fun.
Yeah, well, they're games, you know. Like, I remember, like, what was the first tough game I played that I was like, fuck this? Was, this was probably like 2 or 3 years ago. Because I would, there's, you know how people rage quit games?
Mhm.
Like, fuck this? That only happened to me with one game. And it was Demon Souls Remastered. Because I'd never played the Souls games. The only one that I played that was like that was Bloodborne.
Okay.
And even then, I was like, I like the aesthetic of it. I'm going to keep grinding. But it was a tough game. And then I was like, oh, Demon Souls got remastered. I guess I'll play it with better graphics. I got in there. I would keep losing. I was like, man, fuck this. I went to Best Buy. I was like, you know what? I don't like this game. Can I get my money back? They're like, nope, you already opened it. I was like, well, I guess I'm keeping it. And then I left it alone for a couple months, and I was like, you know what? Let me look online, see if there's like a trick to it. Because I was just like, I went in blind. I went online. They're like, oh, you know, you gotta, you know, it's realistically timed to like how you strike and all that. So it's like it's not just, you know, hack and slash like you would do with like God of War or Devil May Cry. Like, no, these dudes, like the crappiest fucking skeleton would touch you and you die.
Yeah.
You're running around with a baseball glove on your nuts because, you know, you got no armor or anything. You're not leveled up, and you can't level up unless you start beating dudes. So I was like, fuck this game. And then I went back and I started looking, and I was like, how do you do that? You know, the internet made it way easier for me. And then I enjoyed it. But at first I was like, there was a couple times too with God of War Ragnarok, both of them.
Yep.
Once you get to those like hard levels where you fight the Valkyries, I was like, man, fuck this. And I would just keep plugging away. Same thing with the fucking Wukong game. Because it's like that. They're hack and slash games, you know?
Yeah.
But like, I would tell Talia, I was like, I'm going to take my arm, I'm going to go play for a little bit. I'd come back more stressed. I'm like, I didn't beat it. Fuck. I'm the Prince of the Saiyans. How can I not beat this? Yeah, I would come back like more stressed out. She'd be like, you're supposed to be relaxing when I play. I'm like, I know, I'm stupid. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but sometimes those games just get you that way.
Yeah.
You know, that's how I was with the Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Because there's that RP, not the role playing game where you had to have the abilities for each 4 characters that showed up for the battle.
Yeah.
And it was just always like, I'm like, I don't want this. I just want it me like, if I need to go fight somebody, I go fight them.
Yeah.
Not like wait for their turn.
Yeah. Well, RPGs you need to build like.
Oh, I know.
You're basically.
They got a new one coming out.
Star Wars game.
It's a Knights of the Old Republic. I think it's called Knights of the Old Republic Fate.
Mm-hmm.
And you're a Jedi.
Yeah.
Looks cool.
Okay.
And then the trailer for Mandalorian and Grogu just dropped too.
The movie.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. I know they're supposed to be dropping the Doomsday trailer soon too. If they
Yeah.
haven't already.
And then in January, Wonder Man comes out.
The Marvel Wonder Man. Yeah. Who's the actor?
I have no idea.
Mm.
But people are already mad because they're like, oh, they're not doing anything with it like they didn't do with the chick that took over as Iron Man, Ironheart.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, they're not promoting it, so it's gonna not do anything like that. Marvel sucks.
Ironheart got really bad. I didn't watch it.
Well, my thing is like, I'm like, no, they're not gonna do anything until Doomsday comes out
Yeah.
because they're gonna be blowing that thing up more than whatever.
It's the next Avengers movie. Like if you look at it this way, like you had your first set of movies
Mm-hmm.
that built up each hero, and then you get your Avengers. That was like that was a. I remember when that came out. I went to see it twice in the theaters, and the first time I remember I went by myself, and then the second time I went with a group of friends, and they're like, "You already saw it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they're like, "Well, what's gonna happen?" I'm like, "Watch the movie."
Mm-hmm.
So we're watching it, and as we're watching it, I looked at everything in the first movie, and I still missed a lot of shit. But I was like watching it, enjoyed it, and they're like, "So why are you watching it again? You already saw it." I was like, "Because I know fucking mouth breathers like you are gonna keep asking me questions throughout the movie because you think it's the comic, and it's not. It's a movie. It's different,
Mm-hmm.
similar but different." So I'm like, I know you guys are gonna be asking me a bunch of shit, and I'm gonna miss the movie, parts of the movie because of it. So every time one of those movies came out, I was like, I'd rather go by myself.
Yeah.
Like, I would not go on a date. I would not do any of that shit. I was like, I'm gonna go watch this movie, enjoy it, and then if it's good, we would go with a group of friends. You know.
I didn't mind the Thunderbolts.
Oh, you watch it?
Yeah.
It's good, right?
Yeah, I actually enjoyed it.
Yeah. Walker started out as an asshole. At the end, you're kind of like, ah, he's all right.
Yeah.
And Bob, that dude's funny as fuck.
Yeah, I actually thought it was actually pretty
I
good.
love when he turned into the void, dude. I was like, oh yes, yes. They need to bring Null and have those two duke it out. Even
Yeah.
though Null would win, but
Yeah.
it was still like, do it. It was. He was just like, and you like. Remember, I told you I was like, there's no like shading at all. It's just darkness. And you just see the eyes. I was like, that is so cool, man.
Yeah, I thought that one was done pretty good.
The only thing I didn't like was that the whole power of friendship got him back. I was like, yeah, it's kind of Disney.
Yeah.
It was very Disney.
Yeah, but
They had to. Yeah, it's a story. They had to do it. But yeah, Thunderbolts was decent. Fantastic Four. Did you catch that one?
no, I haven't seen that one
It's
yet.
decent.
Yeah,
It's not bad. It's not bad.
because it's based more on the '60s one, right?
It's based on like, well, yeah, it is kind of like 60s time-ish, 50s. 60s.
But I mean, like that Fantastic Four.
Yeah, because they're in that time.
Yeah,
But they do throw in a lot of sci-fi stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, that shit wasn't going around in the 50s. What the fuck? But
but I mean, like the aesthetic.
yes,
Yeah.
it's very like rustic, old timey kind of. But it's a good story. They did make the Silver Surfer a woman, which had no impact at all on the movie. But still, it's like, dude, there's no one rad.
Yeah. Well, they do that with some of the characters that they shouldn't do that with.
Yes,
Taskmaster.
I knew you were gonna say that. Were you like, yes, they fucking killed him in the Thunderbolt?
Yeah, but I'm just like
Spoilers.
I'm like, man, dude. I'm like, you guys did this character so wrong.
For starters, Taskmaster is one of the only ones from that group that is actually a Thunderbolt, like in the comics.
Yeah.
I think Walker is too for a minute, but like Ghost, no. Elena, I can't remember who Elena was. They had Norman Osborn. No, that was Dark Avengers. My bad. Yeah, I'm thinking of Dark Avengers. My bad. I'm being stupid. But yeah, that shit. Definitely Thunderbolt. That's definitely Taskmaster, and then they killed him off. Well, they first of all shouldn't have made it, gender swap.
Yeah. That
Can
was
you
the-
imagine if he was like, I was transitioning, man. I was gonna be
Oh,
a dude.
dude. No, because then it would have been like the Umbrella Academy,
Oh yeah, that.
where
I
they
didn't even watch the last season.
where they completely changed everybody's like mind. Like, oh, you're our brother. It's like that is not what you guys said 2 episodes ago.
Last season.
Just letting you know. Last season, you guys were not like that.
I still like that dude number 5.
Yeah.
That dude was the best. Him and that dude that was kind of Nick Cagey.
So here, the original members of the Thunderbolts
Yeah.
was Baron Zemo,
Mm-hmm.
Atlas, Beetle,
Mm-hmm.
Moonstone,
Yeah.
Screaming Mimi.
Moonstone's like a night. Was it Moon Knight kind of dude?
Yeah.
He just doesn't have the different personalities.
Techno, Jolt, Hawkeye, Charcoal, Ogre, Man Killer, Plant Man, Cyclone, Cardinal, Gypsy Moth, Vantage, and Cobalt Man.
I know Taskmaster was in the newer one though.
And in Thunderbolts 2 was Atlas, Songbird, Blizzard, Photon, Joystick, Speed Demon, Radioactive Man, and Nighthawk. And then Taskmaster was in the Thunderbolts Army, which was during the Civil War. Apprehended villains were given a choice to either help the Thunderbolts or go to jail.
Yeah.
The project occurred 3 weeks earlier with the threat of the Grand Master and his Squadron Sinister. Some of them reformed and joined the Thunderbolts in the end, returned to a life of crime, or joined the Initiative. Here's a list of them. Ajaxus, Aqueduct, Batrox, Backlash, Bloodstreak, the Beatles.
You know who Batroc is, right?
No.
Do you remember Civil War or not Civil War? Winter Soldier.
Mm-hmm.
You remember the dude Captain America fights on the ship?
Yeah.
George St. Pierre. That's Batroc.
Really? Okay. Yeah. You got Boomerang, Bullseye, Bushmaster, Death Adder, Doc Ock, Eel, Green Goblin, Iron Maiden, Jack-O-Lantern, Jester, Killer Shrike, King Cobra, Lady Deathstrike, Machete, Mongoose, Overmind, Ox 2, Porcupine, Primus, Quicksand, Rattler, Red Ronin, Scarecrow, Silk Fever, Slide, Smiling Tiger, Snake Marston, Taskmaster, Tatterdemalion, Texas Twister, Unicorn, Venom, Vermin, Whiplash, Whirlwind, and the Wrecking Crew.
Yeah, the Wrecking Crew's the dudes with like it was like Wrecking Ball, Hammer, or something. I forget those dudes' names.
It was Bulldozer, Piledriver, Thunderball, Wrecker, and Zarhan.
Yeah, there you go. Those guys.
And then Ghost was Thunderbolts 4 with Ant-Man, Black Widow, Mr. X, and Grizzly. Then Luke Cage was in Thunderbolts 5 with Juggernaut, Hyperion, the Dark Avengers. Thunderbolts 6 had Red Hulk, Deadpool, Elektra, Punisher, Agent Venom, Red Leader, Mercy, and Ghost Rider. Thunderbolts 7 had Winter Soldier as the leader. So there was a lot of different,
groups.
Yeah. Thunderbolts 9 had Taskmaster as the leader.
I think that's the one where the Null invasion was happening. That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Mr. Fear, Rhino.
Yep.
Man Bull, Mr. Hyde.
Yeah, because I remember reading that comic. They're like, the Thunderbolts are here to save the day. And I was like, shut the fuck up, dude.
U.S. Agent didn't come in until 10.
Yeah.
With Electro and Shocker.
No Yelena, though, huh? No Sentry. Hyperion, but no Sentry.
No, still going.
And no Red Guardian either.
No, Red Guardian is. They don't do that until it's the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Yeah. Okay. So
Same with White Widow.
Yeah.
Ghost was in there, and it was Sentry, Red Guardian, and White Widow were the ones that were added.
Yeah. Well, there's been a bunch of different Avengers iterations, so why not Thunderbolt iterations too?
I guess so.
Yeah, but the movie was okay. He just the dude he dyed his hair. He's like, oh, did they have to go that blonde?
Yeah.
That was funny. Dude, you turned my shield into a taco. They had like comical moments, and I think that it was supposed to be like that, like a band of misfits came together.
And I did like it. I thought it was pretty good.
It was definitely entertaining.
I like when he's like, "All right, let's floor it." They're catching up to us. What's going on?
Yeah, because he was a limo driver.
Yeah.
He was moonlighting as a limo driver. And Elena comes to ask him for advice. He's like, "You're asking me to join Thunderbolts?" She's like, "No." He's like, "Yes, yes." Have you caught the last season of Stranger Things or not?
I'm like 3 or 4 or 5 seasons behind,
Oh,
so
okay. Never
I have
mind.
not watched it. No,
No.
nope. We're a little bit. I'm a little behind on it.
I think they waited too long. We started watching the first episode, then we're like, all right, we gotta put Alice in bed. Put her to bed, and then just never went back to it. I was like, I think they took too long, dude.
Yeah,
All those kids are like in their 20s now.
I know.
They started when they were like early, like preteen. I'm like, like the older kids look the same because they were probably like already at the age where they're not gonna change much. They're probably like early 20s, so they look the same, which is cool, you know. But I was like, younger kids, you know, not so much anymore.
Yeah, Millie Bobby Brown, whatever her name is, has a kid.
Adopted.
Yeah, but still, like she is a parent now.
Yeah.
You know,
And
it's
she's
like
playing a 15-year-old.
yeah,
For some, I've never found her attractive. I think like my perspective is that girl tried to age too quick. She looks like she's 35.
yeah. You know, I do. I'm not saying attractive, but what I liked her in was
Holmes.
yeah. I love.
I didn't even like her then.
I like no. I'm talking about I like the movies.
Yeah.
Like I really thought those were good.
Yeah.
And I liked how Henry Cavill played Sherlock.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool, and I liked their chemistry
Dynamic,
together.
yeah.
And I thought that was good.
I'm waiting for fucking Highlander, dude. That's gonna be dope.
Oh, speaking of Henry Cavill, did you watch any of the new Witcher
No.
with Hemsworth?
No, I heard it was horrible.
I didn't even start it.
I was like, yeah, no. I heard, I don't know if it's true. I heard Netflix put out like a statement that like we want to apologize to Henry Cavill because we really fucked up, and like not verbatim, they didn't say that, but like according to the short I saw, they're like, yeah, you know, we screwed up. We should have listened to somebody who's passionate about the project and wanted to stick to the source material. We thought he was being difficult, but he was just trying to like stay true to the art or whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah, I guess. And you had the perfect Witcher. The dude looked badass.
Yeah.
He was the Grey Wolf. And you bring... I feel... sometimes I feel bad for Liam Hemsworth because I'm like, this dude just catches like stray roles. Like, he's like... Basically, he's team with Thor, dude. It's like, dude, you're Thor's little brother or whatever. It's like, we're gonna get... Yeah, you know, you got the Hemsworth name. Yeah, come on, audition and we'll give you a part.
Yeah, there was one... I have to look up the one movie that I saw with him in it.
Like, I hated it. I hated how he turned out in the Hunger Games when I saw those.
Yeah.
Because at first he was like all gung ho, and then he was like, you know, I'm gonna become a military guy. You know, do what's right. You know, the rebellion. And then it's like at the end he was just kind of an asshole.
Oh, Land of Bad.
I saw that.
I thought he was good in that. I thought that was all right.
It was all right.
I thought that was a good movie. You know.
You know who was badass in that movie? That Milo. With something.
Oh yeah, Vila. Oh yeah, what's from Heroes?
Yeah,
Milo.
was
Yeah,
badass dude. He was shot and everything. She was like, no, come on, we gotta keep going. I was like, damn, dude.
yeah. I thought he did a really good job.
He did a really good job in that movie. I loved his character. He was the leader of the pack.
Yeah. Oh, Luke Hemsworth was in it too.
Oh, look at that.
The older brother.
Yeah.
Who played Thor in
the play.
In the play about his brother.
In the movie.
Yeah.
Where his brother was Thor.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Yeah, it was decent. I remember watching it. I was like, man, Russell Crowe, you gotta get back on that behind that desk, brother. They're gonna blow his ass up.
Dude, there was a oh man, what was it called? There was another movie that was not this like it was a CIA type thing.
Okay.
With Russell Crowe and Leonardo DiCaprio, and it was really good. I have to look it up.
I think I know what you're talking about. I can't remember the movie.
It was
It's eluding me.
Oh, come on, go. Where is it? Where'd it go? 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 Where'd it
It wasn't an espionage movie though, was it?
go? It was one where so Leonardo DiCaprio was a clandestine agent for the CIA,
Mm-hmm.
and Russell Crowe was his case agent, was his case officer. So he was his contact in
Kind of like
between.
The Departed.
No, not like The Departed at all.
I'm saying kind of like that, where he was undercover and he had somebody.
Yeah, well, all right, if you put it that way, but then Russell Crowe is like putting him in situations that were like putting him between like, all right, I'm making friends with these people that we should be friends with, but you don't want me to be, and it ends up becoming like, oh, Body of Lies.
Yeah.
I really like that movie. Man, it was from 2008.
Mm.
Wow, that's a good movie. And then Leonardo DiCaprio ends up like quitting the CIA and living in Jordan or something like that.
Yeah.
But it was good. It was Leonardo DiCaprio, Mark Strong, Oscar Isaac, Russell Crowe. Let me see who else was in this movie. I think those were the only big names. Yeah, those were the big names.
Speaking of Oscar Isaac, did you watch the Frankenstein movie yet?
No,
It's good, dude.
I have to check it out.
I had my doubts about it at first, but it's like it's a little bit more faithful to the book.
Hmm.
I would say that.
Okay.
And obviously the effects are better. They did throw in a little shit that wasn't supposed to happen, but you know,
It happens.
Guillermo del Toro's got to have his maidens fall in love with monsters. So
Well, you know.
Hellboy,
Yeah.
The Shape of Water, Pan's Labyrinth. Do I need to keep going?
No.
But yeah, it's actually a decent watch.
Hmm.
It's long, but Oscar Isaac's really good. He's a piece of shit Frankenstein in that one. He's not the monster. He's Dr. Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And like if you remember the 90s one with De Niro, the Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein, that one.
Yeah.
He was that English actor. He was in Harry Potter. He was the dude that's like, I'm a master of the what was it? The dark arts. He was the dark arts teacher and he was like a fraud, that dude.
Yeah.
He was Frankenstein, Dr. Frankenstein in the old movie. And they kind of like made you like sympathize for the dude, like, oh no, this one like Oscar Isaac, you're like, oh, that dude's a piece of shit, dude. He did a really good job, dude. Like you hate him, and then at the end you're kind of like, I guess you're all right, but you're still like, but you did a lot of messed up stuff, dude. You know you did. And then what's his name's in it? Christopher Waltz is in it. Yeah, it's not bad. You should watch it whenever you have time.
Yeah, I might have to check it out.
All right, give me let's try that ale.
Okay. Oh, you're talking about Kenneth Branagh. This is
Yes,
Victor
Kenneth
Frankenstein.
Branagh. Yes, that's his name. That's one of the. Is like, have you ever seen those posts where you're like, here's a bunch of actors you recognize, but you don't know their names.
That's one of them.
Yeah. There's a couple of those that I'm like, I know that dude now, like Peter Stormare.
Yep.
A lot of people don't know Keith David. I'm like, are you kidding me? That dude was Spawn. He was fucking Childs in The Thing. I'm like, I guess a lot of people don't know him because they're like older actors too.
Yeah.
But you know.
Good old Helen Bonham Carter.
Yes. Oh, and I didn't notice this, but the chick in Frankenstein, Talia was like, the chick has her eyebrows like shaved. She's like, something's off about her, and I'm like, really? She's like, yeah, look at her face, and I'm like, okay. So I kept staring at her, and she's like, I figured it out. I'm like, what? She's like, either they shaved their eyebrows or they're really thin, and I was like, oh yeah. She looked like, I mean, the aesthetic was there for the movie, but she looked weird.
Was that Mia Goth?
Probably.
Well, her eyebrows look like that anyway, it looks like.
Well, they look like that in the movie too, I guess.
Yeah, she barely has like any there.
Yeah.
Looking at a picture of her right now, and like they're like almost invisible.
Non-existent. Like
Yeah.
super, super blonde.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like almost like there's like a shadow of them there.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's creepy looking.
I remember a couple years ago where all the girls wanted the thick eyebrows like caterpillars. You know, it's it's a thing,
Yeah, it's creepy. I can't stop looking at it now.
right?
Mia, her name is Mia Gypsy Mello da Silva Goth.
That's a mouthful.
Mia Gypsy Mello da Silva Goth.
I'm not.
Wow.
Say that 5 times fast.
No. She's a British actress and model. Born in 1993.
22, 23 almost.
93.
Oh, my bad. 32, 33.
Jeez, dude. You forget how to count?
I did. Bro, I still think 1980 was 20 years ago.
You weren't alive in 1980.
I know, and I still think it was 20 years ago.
Wait, is this oh no, that's a different guy. Oh. Gord Rand.
Who's that? What did he play?
He's in he played Silversmith in Frankenstein.
Mm.
I'm trying to think I've seen him before in something. I'm trying to see what it was.
I just read this today. Mark Shepard had a huge heart attack, dude.
Really?
Yeah. I think no, he had like a massive or a couple of heart attacks. But he made it.
Hmm.
I was like, dude, no, not Crowley.
Let's see.
That was my dude on Supernatural.
Oh, he was. Oh, is this the dude that was? What's his name? The fucking time machine. Doctor.
The Time Machine?
No,
The one with Guy Pearce?
no. What I'm thinking of. Hang on. Once I see it, I'll be able to tell you. Maybe not.
Hmm.
I thought he was somebody else, but it's somebody. He was in something else I've seen. To Sir with Jizz, the Just Insider story. All right, cool.
Okay. that went to a whole nother place.
He was in Orphan Black.
I don't think I saw that.
That was a weird show. I'm trying to think what else. Chapel Wait. I've seen that.
Chapel Wait?
Yeah.
Hmm.
He was in like a lot of BBC stuff.
No, he's British.
The Handmaid's Tale.
Never could get
He was in Taken.
Well, who's the chick from The Handmaid's Tale? Emily or something?
Oh, no, what's her name? Where'd it go? Fuck, I just had it. She was in
The Hollow Man.
Yeah.
The Invisible Man, the remake.
and then she was in Mad Men.
Yeah. I can't stand that chick, dude. I don't know why.
Why?
Did you ever see Get Him to the Greek?
Yeah.
I really disliked her in that movie. And then I did see the Invisible Man remake, and I was just like, I didn't like her in that either. I was just like, I don't know who you banged, but you're not that great.
Elizabeth Moss.
Yes, that's the one. I did enjoy Get Him to the Greek, though. That movie was fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Fucking Russell Brand's idiot.
Dude, that whole universe I love.
Oh, like the Sarah Marshall universe? Yeah.
Yeah. I Love You Man, Sarah Marshall.
This is 40.
Yep. But yeah, Forgetting Sarah Marshall is probably one of the best movies ever.
Oh, yeah.
I love that movie.
Inside of You.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that movie.
I didn't tell you I had herpes because it wasn't inflamed at the time.
Do you want to be one of the sorrow? You could be the leader of the sorrow suckers.
Yeah.
You come on tour with me.
Inside of you.
What was his name? Aldous Snow.
Yes.
That was his name. Paul Rudd's like that surfer dude. He's like, hey man, oh, you can't just go out there and surf, man. He's like, he's like, hey man, I don't know how to surf. Hey man, all right, let's go.
Yeah. Damn, that was from 2008 too.
Yeah, that's a great movie though.
I know.
When they're having the banging competition, and then Russell Brand finds out fucking what's her face is faking.
Yeah.
And he takes her out. He's like, no, I'm not into it. He's like, I'm not having this competition. And she's like, well, you're not that great. And having different tattoos, from different ethnicities doesn't make you a citizen of the world. He's like, well, I banged the fucking clean lady before you got here, so now we're even.
Yeah.
It's like, what? The fuck does that have to do with anything? That was hilarious, dude. Oh, that whole movie was funny.
And in the Dracula puppet show,
Oh
the
yeah,
Count.
yeah.
Oh,
Oh, his brother was Bill Hader.
yeah. Well, was his brother or his brother-in-law?
This is his brother.
Okay. Because I
Yeah,
thought
because he
Bill
kept
Hader.
having like video calls with him,
Yeah,
and he's telling him he gets his sister-in-law. She's got the pearl necklace.
yeah.
And he's like, "Oh, you gotta speak closer to the mic. Wait, too close. Get far."
Yep.
And it looks like she's giving him head.
He's like, "Oh, you're gross." Oh.
Yeah, that movie's hilarious, dude.
That's one of those movies that I don't care what's going on. I could always just watch it.
Yeah, like it's on. Oh, let me sit down and watch for a little bit.
Yeah.
That 40-Year-Old Virgin, Tropic Thunder, obviously, a bunch of them. You could just sit down and like, oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that was one of my favorites.
Yeah, I do love Forgetting Sarah Marshall. I remember I even learned to play the fucking song "Inside of You." Inside of you, and they got Jonah Hill singing it.
Yeah, when he's doing like an octave higher. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, dude, just stop.
And he's just like swaying.
Yeah.
And he wasn't even supposed to say. He's just like, "Oh, I'm gonna bring out one of my favorite artists."
Yeah.
He's like, "All right." And he played. Didn't he play with a ukulele too, or some shit like that? I think.
No.
Or he had a guy playing.
Yeah, there was a guy playing a ukulele.
So good though.
When Jason Segel goes to his pediatrician.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, it's a healthy dick. Yeah, go use it, but be safe.
Yeah.
And he's banging those girls, and the one chick's like, oh yeah, I came, and he's just like, what? And the other girl's like, hi.
He was raw dogging some randoms,
But,
dude.
but the one girl that kept on saying hi, she's like, you can gag me if you want. He's like, well, now I kind of want to. And her name is Carla Gallo. She's in the credits as Gag Me Girl.
Carla Gallo. Why does that name sound familiar? What else was she in?
Oh, actually, I don't know. Let's see. She looks familiar. She was. Oh, let me see. She was in Bones.
You said her name was Carla Gallo? So I can find her.
She was in Super. Oh, she was the period blood girl from Superbad.
Oh, okay, yeah. She was the
And she was in Get Him to the Greek too.
yeah.
She was Destiny.
Destiny.
She was also in Neighbors. She was
She was
Paula.
in fucking Slam and Salmon. She's like, can we get some more butter?
Let me
With the
see.
Jack dude at the beginning, remember?
Was that her?
Yeah.
Hang on, I'm going through.
She was in Slam and Salmon.
She was in Key and Peele. We Bought a Zoo. Workaholics. Two Broke Girls. She was in LA Noir Game. That was a long game, dude. She was in Mad Men, Californication, I Love You, Man.
Californication.
Oh, she was Zoe's friend in I Love You, Man. Yeah. Oh yeah, she was in Slime and Salmon.
Yeah.
She was Stacy.
Yeah.
And she was in NCIS, in Sanitarium.
Yeah, she's with that dude that's like, can you tell the cook to put a little more fire? And he goes back to the kitchen. He's like, Dave, I need a refire. And he's like, what the fuck did you say to me? I love how he.
And the guy's like, this looks like a turd. Hey, eat this turd. Don't spit it out.
And then he puts the butter out of those. And she's just like, now we got no butter.
Yeah.
That's another one you can just sit down and watch too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
One of their probably their most underrated.
I would say so. Yeah,
You know.
because it's there.
Yeah.
It just never took off like the other ones for some reason.
No.
But it's there.
I don't know how I feel about Super Troopers 3.
Yeah, I don't know what to think about it either. Because the second one wasn't that great.
No. Too far. there's just too much time.
Well, not between the second one and this one, but between the first one and the second one, it was like it was that the Dumb and Dumber thing where they took too long.
All right, that was just bad, dude. I did not like the second one.
Oh. No, because those jokes were made for like '90s audience.
Yeah. Like, there was some funny parts of Super Troopers 2 that I could still get with.
Yeah.
But that Dumb and Dumber 2, I just couldn't.
Like the part that's funny was when in Super Troopers 2 when they pull up to get Thorn, and he's a jacked ass lumberjack, and they come up and say, "Ugh." He's like, "What's this?" He's like, "Breathe it in, little man."
Yeah. I love
He's
when
got the fucking beard.
I love when they pull the couple over and they're speaking French.
Oh yeah.
The key to happiness, or
Is a key in the house? No,
No,
it's a dick in the house asshole.
yeah,
Happiness in the asshole. A penis in the asshole? What?
Sacrez-vous! Oh.
Happiness in the asshole. And you sign up. Oh, happiness
Domicile.
in the household.
Yeah, happiness in the household.
A penis in the household. That shit is pretty funny.
Oh,
The other movie we saw the other day was Varsity Blues too. It was a couple of weeks ago, but I told Tyler, I was like, "Oh, I grew up watching this movie."
man, Varsity Blues, that's an old one.
Yeah, bro. It's a good one though.
Ellie Larder.
That movie holds up.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. Varsity Blues, Hot for Teacher. Dun, 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 dun.
Man.
And Billy Bob. I think that dude died. Not
Yes, he did.
Yeah. But when he's like, "Miss, what's your face?" I give it a 10. A fucking 10.
Yeah. James Vanderbeek, John Voight, Paul Walker, Ron Lester, Scott Kahn,
Mm-hmm.
Amy Smart.
Yep.
Let's see. Ellie Larder.
Yes.
Who else was in here that was worth mentioning?
Dude, she aged very well. Ellie Larder
I know.
in Landman.
Yes.
I was like, oh my god, dude, she's still holding up.
Yeah. Jesse Plemons. He was in a lot of things.
Yeah.
Than all these other people I've never seen
Coach
before.
Kilmer.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
It is a good movie.
There's nothing like a whipped cream bikini.
Yeah. Hey, Max. Or like when the stripper teacher's like, "Nice game, Jonathan." She drives away in her convertible Mustang. Like, that's a nice car on a teacher's salary. It's like, spoilers. Spoilers much? But yeah, we saw that. It was a good watch. And I had to tell her, I was like, they're playing like shit because they were up all night drinking. And they didn't go to school and they probably got no sleep.
Yeah,
She's
pretty
like,
much.
well, they shouldn't have done that. I was like, yeah, no shit.
Like, well, that's what high school is like here.
It's kind of what I didn't tell her it was like that for us. Yeah, it kind of.
Yeah, it was.
Minus the strip club, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't go to a strip club when I was in high school.
Me either. But like I remember one. I think it was sophomore year. We got fucked up before the homecoming game. Or was it junior year?
Dude, I was thinking about it, and I don't know why this came back to me. And I think I was talking about to Brax about going to basketball tryouts, which his mom said no, but that's a whole nother thing. And we were talking about things with sports.
Yeah.
And I told him, like, yeah, there was one year I was playing and I got hurt. And I was with the trainer the whole time. There was a game going on. I didn't go to the game. I was at the trainer working on my neck. And then I remember coming back to school on Monday when they would like read off like how the weekend went. And I remember they said I scored a touchdown and I had like 60 yards rushing.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting there and I'm like, what? And I forgot who was there. Like, oh, good job, dude. I'm like, dude, I'm hurt. I'm not even playing right now.
Yeah.
And they're like, what? I'm like, I can't turn my neck to look at you. And I'm like, do you really think I did that? And they're like, well, they said you did. I'm like, it wasn't me. I wasn't
Fake
even
news.
there. I'm like, I'll take it. That's the only time I ever scored a touchdown. But I'm like, I was not there.
Yeah.
And I remember because it was at Bremen, and I knew somebody who went to Bremen, and they were talking about it too, and I'm like, no, I wasn't there.
I didn't even go to the game, dude.
Because they're like, she was, it was I knew a chick and her brother, and they were like, you were playing here and you didn't tell us, like we would like come to see you and everything. I wasn't playing, and they're like, what do you mean you weren't playing? They said you scored a touchdown. I'm like, no, I was with the trainer working on my neck.
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't make the trip, and they're like, oh, for real? I'm like, yeah, but I mean, I'll take the stat.
Yeah. Yeah. Football games are fun though. I remember I got chewed out. It was one of the first games of the season, junior year, and I forgot what school. It was something West. We went out to play, and they called a flag, and everybody was like, "Oh, fucking Juan jumped," before they hiked the ball, and I was like, "No, I didn't." So I was getting chewed out, and everybody's like, "You fucked up, blah blah blah. Get on the bench, blah." Blah. I'm like, "All right." And then we watched the game film, and it was somebody else that jumped the gun, and I was like, "See?" And they were like, "Oh, I guess you can't start in the next game." I was like, "What the?" I was like, "It should be based on talent."
And then she'd be like, well, we only got like 16 people, so I'm gonna be playing anyway.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was Dags and Kolke before Kolke got moved to varsity because he was assistant for Dags when I was a sophomore, assistant coach, and Kolke was a hard ass dude.
Yeah, you just had to know how to handle them.
Oh, I didn't pay much attention. I was just like, okay, whatever. Like I'm like, why are you yelling at me? I was like, I was like, you could just talk to me like an adult, and I'll be like, okay, that's what you want me to do. You're the coach. I'll do it. You don't have to scream in my face. Surprisingly, the one that always looked like he was like a big screamer was Morgs, and he never yelled at me. He was always really nice to me. I loved Morgs, dude.
He's too busy banging students.
Morgs?
I don't know.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah.
That was Pelly that was doing that.
No,
Whatever.
let me put that on the ether a little bit.
If it's news, it's news, man.
Pelly was a student.
Not when he did that.
No.
But anyway, yeah, Morgs never yelled at me. He was always trying to get me in the games as a junior, which is weird because he was like a lineman coach.
Yeah.
But I remember when they did put me in, it would be for long passes. Like, we need you out there. It was either me and Miles, always alternating. They liked Miles because he was tall. I'm like, but
Ish.
Well, he was tall then.
Yeah.
He's still taller than me now.
Yeah, but like not like tall.
Well, he wasn't like fucking Dan Swice tall,
No.
but he was taller than me. So I guess they thought like, oh, we just gotta get him to learn to catch. And me, they were like, he's fast and he can catch. He just needs to.
We need to throw the ball and get it stuck in his face mask, and he'll just keep running.
Fucking little giant style.
Yes.
No, for me it was like, all right, we need to get it fucking down the field. Just post. I'm like, all right. The only guy I had to worry about was the safety, and they would always make him come in and eat the fucking line, eat some grass. And I was like, yes, deuces. And then some fucking corner would catch me on the heels. That sucked. But I'd never had a fumble, which is good. Never.
I don't know. I did everything but score a touchdown. Like I won't ever claim that one that somebody said I did.
Yeah. I can't remember if I did sophomore year. I know junior year I didn't. I was close. I think it was when we went to play normal. When we got past, it was the one time we went past just like regular season. And yeah, they took us down to normal, which was the furthest I think we ever went out.
Yeah.
And we lost that game, but we got one drive down the field. It was a long pass, and it was my catch. I think Miles had one too. Like I think at that point, Innes was probably like, you know what? We're not gonna beat him running the ball. Let's just throw shit down the field, throw grenades. And I remember at that point it was they put in Myers, so it was basically like the B squad for varsity. and they put us in. That's when we were driving down the field. Like, what's going on? Isn't our A team supposed to be doing this?
Well, who they had as quarterbacks were not quarterbacks.
No, one was a huge stoner, and the other one was a huge stoner.
Yeah, the one that they had as their starter was a drummer in a punk band.
Yeah,
So it was like he's not that's not where his focus
yeah.
is. Oh, hang on.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, good times, dude. I forgot about all that stuff.
And then you had Giles, who was big, but if you hit him in his legs, he fell down like a tree.
That's with a lot of big dudes, though. Their weak points are their legs,
Mm-hmm.
especially their top heavy. Because that dude, Giles was jacked,
I know.
but you swoop his fucking ankle out from under him, and he ate dirt. Same thing with Chester Bobeck.
Yeah.
You know, R.I.P. But I remember I took him down playing street football, and I was terrified because I was like, this fucking train is barreling down at me, and I'm supposed to. I was like, nah, you can score, and then I just swooped his leg. I was like, yep. He was like, oh, that was a good tackle. I was like, it really wasn't. It really wasn't.
Hmm.
Yeah. You know what was really fun was track. Track was fun. That was fun as hell, dude. We'd go because a lot of the time you were just hanging out. Like, yeah, you go to practice, you do your exercises and all that, you know. But then you'd go to the meets, and most of the time you're hanging out waiting for your event.
Tell you the one thing I always wanted to do when I was in high school, and my parents were against it, so I was never able to do it. But I trained for it, and I was working with like three people for it. Was soccer.
Hmm.
Like I worked during the summer before school started with a couple dudes that were on varsity, and I remember telling my folks, I'm like, "Oh, I want to go out for it,"
Yeah.
and they're like, "No, you play football." I'm like, "Yeah, but I'd rather do this." I'm
It's
like,
less contact, maybe.
well, and I just thought of I'm like I feel like there's more opportunity to do
actually
this
play and
to
all
play.
that.
Like I mean, I played anyway,
Mm-hmm.
but I was just like, I'm like, if I want to really get into college
Yeah.
with my size, I'm like, I think I have a better chance of getting a scholarship to some school
Yeah.
this route than I do being a 5'6", 155 pound fucking defensive end.
Yeah.
I'm like, and I even looked at my dad. I'm like, Dad, I play defensive end. Look at me. And he's like, what? I'm like, I'm a defensive end. Okay. I am not going to go anywhere as a defensive end anywhere. Like division, if there was a division 8, like college, I'm like,
Dude, you'd be surprised, dude. When I was a junior, before I moved out here, they had scouts already, and Innes told me they
no,
were
I'm talking about the size for the position I play.
right. No,
I don't fit
I understand.
I didn't fit
the
the profile of what you're looking for.
I understand. I didn't fit the profile for a wide receiver, and Innes told me there were scouts out
No,
there, and they were asking about me.
in college, your size as a slot receiver does come up. Yes,
Really?
yes, it does. Yes, so it would be a slot receiver slash punt and kick returner. Yes, it would,
I guess.
but like not as a 1 or a 2, unless you had like a sub. If your 40 was like between 4.1 and 4.3, then you'd be able to be like a 1 or a 2 with your size, but you'd mainly be a slot receiver, which would be you'd be going over the middle, getting fucking killed all the time.
Yeah, and then, yeah, but I remember. And then just tried to get me to stay in Arco my senior year, and I was like, my parents ain't gonna let that fly. And even Knack was like, dude, you could live at my house with me. I was like, my parents ain't gonna let that fly, dude. And they didn't. They're like, nope, you're going to Plainfield.
Hmm.
I was like, they were offering me a scholarship. They were out there to check, not to check me specifically out, but they're like, oh, there's something we might be able to work with, you know? And yeah, down the drain. I remember I was pissed, dude, because I was getting letters from U of I, like, "Hey, willing to help you out, scholarship, if you play football." And that's when I was already out here, and I was like, I haven't played football this year.
Hmm.
I was like, I'm not gonna start out with a whole new team, develop relationships and all that.
Yeah.
So I was just like, no. And the coach from out here, and his I guess put in a word, and they fucking came out and talked to me like, hey, we heard you play football out here. You're pretty decent. You want to try out? And I was like, try out? No. I was like, I'm either on the team or I'm not, dude. Get away from me. Nah, I wasn't like that. I was just like, nah, I have no interest in it anymore. I was like, I'm gonna be in a punk band, anti-government punk band. Yes. We were raging against the machine. We knew nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we knew nothing.
You knew nothing about what the machine actually was.
Oh, still don't.
Yeah.
I just know it's evil. But the machine keeps going anyway.
The machine will always be there.
The machine will always be there. That's true.
It's just a different conductor.
Yes. We're all just small parts in the machine.
We're all just little cogs in the machine that keeps going.
Yeah. So.
But yeah, I wanted to play soccer. And
I never knew this.
Oh, dude. I trained for so 7th and 8th grade, I trained with 3 guys that were on varsity during the summer.
Yeah.
And then
when was this? Because we were hanging out like a lot of those summers.
When I was at my sister's house, okay. we would train at Bedford Park.
Okay.
So we would do that, and I was doing good. Like the drills that we were doing.
Give me a cookie. Give me a cookie.
The drills that we were doing, everything that was going on. They're like, dude, you should really go out for it.
Yeah.
And
thank you, sir.
Yeah, my parents just were like, no.
They weren't hearing that.
They were just like, no, we don't want you doing that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, why not? I'm like, and I looked at my mom. I'm like, when I started playing football in 5th grade, and I signed my slip and everything, and I got my equipment, I'm like, you were crying at the dinner table saying that I was going to be paralyzed.
Yeah. That was a big one for my
And then too. Fast forward to sophomore year, I got paralyzed for 3 seconds. And my mom was there.
Yeah.
And that messed up my football career. I could never get my neck back. It took 5 years? It took almost 5 years to be able to.
I thought you got out of football because you. I remember you told me something like your knees would lock up.
Well, I had a partially torn meniscus and ACL in my left knee.
Yeah.
But
the main thing was
the main thing was, so it was sophomore year, and I made a tackle. Tackle was done, and there was a certain guy on our own team who was mad at me because it was right when I got promoted to varsity. So I was going to be playing varsity on Friday, and then
starting on sophomore Saturday.
Yeah. So I got my varsity jersey. And he was mad about it. And I made this tackle, and as I'm kneeling down because we made the tackle and I'm getting up, he keeps running, and he knees me in my helmet, and the back of my helmet hit my shoulder pads. Yeah. And I got a neck stinger, and I laid there for a period of time. And then I heard my mom scream and run home. That was the only thing I could hear was my mom screaming, and then she ran home. And then my dad came down to the fence, like the fence right by the bench, and I jumped up, and then they dragged me out, and I couldn't play anymore. And I couldn't move my neck that way. This was as far as I could move my neck for 4 years.
Yeah.
Was like that. And
you should have gone to Coach Kilmer, get the jab.
No.
Hits you right up.
There was the one guy on our team who did that. Then because I couldn't play no more, he got the jersey.
I remember we had this conversation before. I need you to just type out the name because I'm curious. Just like type it. Don't send or look them up or anything. Just type it. Because I remember you telling me the story and you were going to tell me who it was and I couldn't remember. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah. That guy did that to me.
Hmm. And he didn't do much in varsity anyway.
Exactly. He just wanted the jersey. Because I remember,
I don't remember what he looks like though. Let me look him up really quick.
he looks kind of like a tool bag now, but he was a tool bag back then too.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's what happened to me.
Oh shit! Right away, first person to come up on Facebook.
But then that was one of those things where I looked at my mom and I was like, "See, this wouldn't have happened in soccer."
You said that.
Yeah.
Not a lot of pictures.
But yeah, I trained for a couple of years to play soccer with a couple dudes that were on varsity,
Yeah.
and I wish that would have happened because I had a lot of fun doing it.
Soccer's a fun sport. I played post high school, college, and all that. I played a lot with like little teams, kind of like softball type guys, like.
The only thing I didn't like is that they were training me to be a midfielder, and there was a lot of fucking running, dude.
Yeah, midfielder. That's the messy position.
I was gassed every day because we would do like our training sessions were like 2.5, 3 hours.
Well, it's a lot of conditioning, dude.
Well, we would so I remember this one because I was gassed, but I still wanted to make sure I finished.
Yeah.
So we would run. We would start at the beginning of the parking lot at Bedford Park, like the actual park.
Yeah.
And I'd run the whole way around all the fields, all the way back around, like in front of my sister's old house.
Yeah.
And then back around the school.
Ooh.
to the Swanson Center.
Yes.
And then we would do.
Do I have the red rag over there? No, we do not.
No.
Oh, it leaked.
Oh. And then we would do 10 push-ups. It was every 10 push-ups you had to get up and do a header, and then basically like burpees but with a header at the end.
I'm listening. I'm in the rag.
And I just remember I was like, I gotta finish. I can't not finish this. And dude, that was like the majority of our training was doing that. And then we would do like crosses and everything else. And I actually dude, it was a lot of fun. And I liked the fact that all I was wearing was shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
I mean,
like once you play, you get the shin guards, but that's what.
But
some dudes wear cups.
But I'm talking about like as far as like I didn't have
gear.
I didn't have all this shit on.
Yeah. Well, when I used to play with those teams,
and that's why I liked rugby so much, dude. All I had was a cup and fucking cleats, and I was good to go.
So with the teams I used to play, there's a story. There's a Mexican group called Bronco, which means rowdy, basically.
Okay.
But it's in reference to a horse.
Yeah. A bronco.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, they have a song and it's about a horse, and I was like the dude's best friend, and they said they had golden feet and paper feet. Golden meaning he was fast, but it's like as soon as a horse, as soon as their feet are gone, they have to put them down.
Yeah.
So they would say that to me because I would fucking kick the ball and score goals from outside the area. And they would go in, and they were like fucking messy kicks. Like they would go in the angle. The goalies were not like pros. They're like, yeah, there's no way you're fucking reaching that. So they're like, dude, how do you do it? I'm like, I don't know. I just fucking, like I try to, like I see where I want the ball to go and I kick it, and I don't know, it just happens. It wasn't like I was doing it all the time, but when it happened, they were like, yes, we fucking did it. Like what the Olympic free kick is? When you do the corner shot and it curves and it goes in. In Mexico, they call that an Olympic kick. Nobody touches it. It just goes straight from the corner into the goal. Well, I pulled off one of those, too. And they're like, dude, how you do it? And then one time, we were playing, and one of my own teammates, I was trying to stop a ball, so I had my foot out like this, flat, and I was gonna stop it and kill the play and then start. My own teammate was trying to get the ball out of the area, so he came in. The ball bounced and he caught my foot straight.
Hmm.
I just felt everything move in my foot because he caught me like this. I was like, oh no. So they had to carry me off the field, my own teammates. And I'm just saying on the side, I was like, I can't play anymore. And that's when they were like, oh, you're like Bronco. And I was like, fuck you. Like, I was laughing. I was in pain. But they were like, because after the games we would drink. So they had to carry me over there. And I'm sitting there with no shoe on, just bandaged up. They're like, are you sure you should be drinking and not taking painkillers? I was like, oh, these are painkillers, dude. I was like, I feel good. They're like, are you going to be able to drive? Like, that's your driving foot. I'm like, and I was driving a stick. So you have to use both feet. I was like, I guess we'll find out. I drove home, though. But yeah, I was like, after that, I was like, very, very careful. I was like, playing. Because I always played right wing. Because I kicked from the right inward. So they're like, yeah, you should play that. But yeah, that did fuck up my foot. Yeah, I missed work and everything. They were like, how'd it happen? I was like, oh, I misstepped on a curb. And make up some bullshit story. But soccer's definitely fun.
Yeah.
I did the bicycle kick once or twice. Scored once. It was good. It was fun. Yeah, it was scary, though. I was afraid to fall on my head. I did practice it for a little bit. They're like, no, just fall. Like, just fall on your back and throw your legs up.
Yeah. Tuck in your chin.
Yeah, they're like, you're not trying to do a backflip. I was like, I'm not?
No, you're not.
Yeah, that's when they were like, no, you're not. You just jump back and, try to kick the ball while you're falling. I was like, okay. And that's how I learned to do a free kick. Or a bicycle kick, sorry.
Yeah, say that's not a free kick, dude.
Yeah. I know. I messed it up. But dude, I've been reading the Game of Thrones. I'm on the first book. I've been reading it for like a month because I don't get that much screen time. It's fucking great. Every time I get into it, I think about the show, and I'm like, man, I really hate Catelyn Stark. I hate her character, dude.
Yeah, I've been working on my project.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the first 3 episodes with dialogue done.
Yeah.
I'm going to work on the rest of them now that I have a week and a half off of work.
Mm-hmm.
But I already have the framing for the second one.
Nice.
Like the second season or edition.
Yeah.
So, and I like the way that the second season comes about.
Nice.
Because the season 2 is called A Fall from Grace, Ascension War.
Ooh. Sounds fun.
Do you want to hear the premise?
Not in the air, dude. Not until you get that shit like solidified.
It is.
You tell me afterwards.
Well, I have the whole premise, and I have like season 2.
I just don't want it to be out in the ether, and then somebody does it before you get to do it, and then it's like
I have 6 episodes already mapped out for season 2. Season 2 is going to be another 10 to 12 episodes.
Yeah.
But I have the first 6 already kind of written out. Well, not written out, but like brainstormed of how I want them to flow.
Nice.
Because you read the first thing I sent, the whole first season, right?
Yeah.
So I could tell you the second, like a part of season 2, which this part doesn't give, like you can't really steal anything.
The second arc.
Yes. So there's the major plot thread of it is that heaven splits into factions.
Okay.
And there's 3 factions.
Yeah, you told me that before.
And it's the loyalists, the purifiers, and the unwritten choir.
Mm-hmm.
And I have the unwritten choir, in my eyes, is kind of like the those what the hell is it called? Why am I drawing a blank? The Court of Owls.
Yeah, you told me about that. Do you know? Remember you told me this whole thing when we were at your house?
I know. But it was just I wanted to go actually
Because
have it.
you were kind of lit when I came over.
I know, dude. I remember waking up and being like, wait a minute, did I say goodbye to Juan?
You did.
I had to leave, fucking
Yeah,
like right after that.
I remember Colleen was like, "You put away 4 Guinness in like 2 hours," and I was like, "Yeah." And you're totally fine. I'm like, "Yeah." I'm like, I like Guinness and I'm used to it. I'm like, if you threw a little something brown sugar at me, I'd be like,
That's
"Hey,
a different story.
hey, get me an Uber." But Guinness, I could drink that shit all day. But yeah, dude, that's awesome.
So I was thinking
Mm.
we need to put together a thing for Kickstarter,
Okay.
which is kind of like a GoFundMe but for projects.
Yeah.
And I was looking at it, and I think we should put a Kickstarter together for this.
Okay.
And
game.
because I was looking at it, I'm like, for graphic novels,
Mm.
looking at about like $5,000.
Yeah.
For animated, we're looking at like 10 to 15 on the low end.
Feasible.
Yeah. And I don't know if I told you, but yeah, I would love to have you be Rook.
Yes, you did tell me.
Yeah.
And I was doing lines at your house.
Dialogue lines, not other lines.
I don't do the devil's dandruff.
Yeah.
You fucking cussed me out when I did it the one time.
Exactly.
You were like, "What the fuck were you thinking?" I was like, "Chill, dude. It didn't do anything to me. I don't think I'm gonna ever do it again." Fast forward 10 years. Woo! Hello to my little friend.
Yeah.
No. No, it did nothing for me, dude. So
Good.
No worries there. I remember I was telling my mom and Talia, I was like, when I retire, I think I'm going to smoke weed. They were like, why? I was like, I don't know. I was like, why not? I'm like, if I'm retired, who cares?
See, I don't want to, but I do want to take edibles once.
Ooh,
Just one. Just like one gummy. I just want to do it once.
Don't get it from Uncle Joey. Don't get him from him.
Yeah, no.
No, I mean, I had the curiosity. I think I told you they gave me a couple when I was at the vape shop.
Yeah.
They gave me a couple. They were like, "Oh, they really like you should try them." They just gave them to me, and I was like, "Okay." And then I was like, "No, I'm not gonna eat that shit."
Yeah, and I'll go to a dispensary, get one thing, and be like, okay, I want this. This is controlled. This is what it is. I go home, I take it, and then I'm done.
Put on Pink Floyd.
No, just sit there and see what happens.
No, just put on some Pink Floyd.
Nah, I did Pink Floyd when I was annihilated drunk.
Oh, that's a trip.
Yeah, but it wasn't that bad. We watched Wizard of Oz with Dark Side of the Moon.
Did you watch the YouTube one where it's all like laced together?
We laced it together with the vinyl.
They already have it.
I know, but I watched the movie at a house,
Mhm.
and we played the vinyl. So we
Did you have to like pause it?
Well, no, you had to
flip
sync it
over?
up with the third roar of the lion,
Right. Yeah.
and then it just goes.
Yeah, but you have to flip the vinyl over.
Yeah, there's that interlude. You're able to do it.
What interlude?
There's a part where you have enough time to flip it.
Oh, okay.
Then you can watch the rest of the movie.
Yeah, but there's two vinyl discs.
We did it. I don't know. I wasn't the one fucking handling the vinyl, dude. I was sitting there just chilling,
No, they already have
eating pizza.
They have it
fucking-
synced up perfect on YouTube. I watched it and I was like, "This is," and I was sober. I was like, "This is so trippy."
Mhm.
The cash line.
Yep.
For money. Yeah, that's a cool. The dark side of the rainbow. We were in a simulation, Kyle.
Yeah.
Why can't my simulation give me more money?
I know.
man?
Whoever is in charge of my simulation,
Yeah.
like,
Get some cheat codes,
just
man.
deposit,
Yeah.
one
Buy the
cheat,
DLCs. Fuck it.
one cheat code into my bank account.
Yeah, DLCs, brother. Buy them. Who cares? You only live once.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude. Dark Side of the Rainbow is pretty cool. Oh, and I didn't tell you this, but I bought a couple vinyl.
Mhm.
and about the AFI one, Sing the Sorrow. And for your project, I found a perfect OST for the ending. You want to hear it afterwards?
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, I think you're gonna like it. It's a banger, dude.
All right.
And it falls into
So the song that I played for you, that I was like, when you hear this,
the
what do you
Japanese
think?
one. Yeah,
Like, now you hear my story, it kind of fits,
yeah.
you know. And it's, I mean,
Well, if you're going for an anime type like thing, if you were like, hey, I want to do this, but I want it to be anime style, yeah, it does fit perfect.
yeah.
But it could be like, I thought about it more for the closing. Because usually the closing
Is different, yeah.
yeah. And I was like, oh my god. And it's an AFI song. I was like, this fits perfect. I was like, as soon as because I bought the vinyl, I played it, and then I flipped it over. I was listening to, I think I was rearranging cards, like my trading cards. And I was like, as soon as I heard it, I was like, that would go. I was like picturing like the closing credits of an anime based on your project, and I was like, that falls in so good. And I forgot to tell you about it when I talked to you, but then right now when you were telling me, I was like, oh, it fucking clicked, you know? I was like, damn, that would be so cool.
Yeah, dude, it's really weird. Like, I don't know how, when I told you how I've been having this, like, overflow of ideas,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And it just was, things are just hitting me,
Yeah.
you know? And this was one that was always in the back of my mind just because of the stuff that we've watched and, you know, like,
Stuff we like.
you know,
Like
things we like. And I'm like,
yeah.
you know, what if there was something like this,
Mm-hmm.
you know? And it has bits of different things that
Mythologies.
that I've reached into. Like, yeah, there's the supernatural element, then there's Legion,
Mm-hmm.
then there's other different things that I've watched before.
The cool thing is, like, what I know of it is you're able to grab from so many different things because there's so many things to grab from. There's a lot of low hanging fruit that you know what, I want to take it in this direction. I need to study this a little bit, but it's there for you, you know. So yeah, there's lots of ways to go. Like, one would think like, oh, supernatural, oh, they're dealing with monsters and demons and angels and blah blah blah, and then you get to that one episode where Lucifer kills all the other gods from like the different mythologies. I was like, oh, they're bringing this shit in too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, it's not just like one. Like, they're not going on one religion.
No, and I have that.
But it felt that way, and
Yeah.
then you see that one episode, and you're like, oh, no, Lucifer's in the house.
And I have a sense of that in a way too.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, I don't know. It was just something that was really just, I was finally able to put pen to paper,
Yeah, so
you
to
know.
speak. Yeah.
And it was just like, and I just sat there and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I'm like, I got this time. I have all this thought. I'm like, I just need to do it,
Yeah.
you know. And I've already kind of soft dropped it on people that I know.
Mm.
I'm like, hey, read this. What do you think?
Yeah.
You know. And then other, like, I have a friend that's really into anime.
Mm-hmm.
That's not you.
Another friend
That's in anime. And I sent it to her. I was like, hey, I'm working on this. And I either want it to be a graphic novel first and then transition over to this.
to animation. Yeah.
Like, what do you think of it? And I sent her just the like the outline
Mm-hmm.
of everything.
Yeah.
And she read it. She was like, dude, this sounds fucking awesome.
Mm-hmm.
And then my partner that I do the radio show with, I sent it to him, and he was like, holy fuck, dude. He's like, he said right away, he's like, dude, I want to be a part of this.
Yeah.
I'm like, if it's animated, you're Elias.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, for real? I'm like, just look at the character. I'm like, I'm like, I see you as Elias.
Yeah.
And he's like, I like that character and I like Rook too. I'm like, no, no, no. I'm like, I already know who Rook is. And he's like, what? I'm like, I already know who Rook is. And he's like, who's Rook? I'm like, Rook is my buddy Juan that I've known forever. I'm like, that's Rook.
Yeah.
And then I don't know who would be Grace, and I don't know who would be Azrael.
I thought you said you'd like Colleen for Grace.
Well, I would.
Yeah.
It's a matter of she would. You know.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do Azrael because I don't want this to be a thing of it's all me.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Yeah. But it's just one of those things that I'm just
it
like. It
could be. I mean, you got a low baritone.
Well, I mean, I could do it, but I don't want it to be a.
I wrote it. I'm the main character.
Yes, exactly.
Well,
you know.
If it gets to that point where it's like, oh, we're gonna voice this thing, and you want to, try it, why not?
Yeah, I know.
Because there's like, I remember when we watched Solo Leveling, and I showed you the first 2 episodes, and the guy's like, oh, I'm a bitch. I'm getting killed all the time. Blah blah blah. Later on, and it's the same voice actor. He like matures.
Yeah.
And he's all like it's more like, I don't want to say monotone, but he's just like more stoic,
Mm-hmm.
and his voice changed. And when he tells, like, because he gets a shadow army, and his command to bring them up from the shadows is arise. So he'll be like, oh, like he'll be fighting some boss dude in a dungeon. He's like, oh yeah, you think you're the shit because you got an army? He's like, well, I've got one too. Arise. And then the fucking shadows come out, and it's like, oh shit! Everybody's throwing hands. And it's cool.
Yep. And mine is the exact opposite. He's very stoic in the beginning,
and then gonna lighten up,
and then becomes more just like,
you ass butt.
Just like you're like, all right, here we go. Yeah. It kind of turns into the dialogue. Like Azrael's character goes from this like stoic, proper type thing into like One Punch Man. So you're just like,
I kind of like this. This is what I envision from what you've told me, from what I've read, from all the whole thing. Is basically you're starting out with Castiel.
In a way.
Like all proper, Well,
because it's something that they're thrown.
I'm not saying it's the same story, but when I picture like how the character is, because Castiel was an angel. At first he's so serious, he's like, I bring the word of God. And then, by season 5, he's like, you ass butt. Yeah. What? He's like, yes, we're gonna kick names and take asses. He's trying to like blend in and dabble and get with the lingo, but he's getting used to it.
I have to say though, my favorite thing about all this is in the beginning, like the voiceover of God in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like that opening scene is like what I'm really trying to capture. Mm-hmm. Of like, where it's just, it's there's nothing there.
Yeah.
Because we can't see it. We don't know what it is yet because we're not dead.
Yeah, it's emptiness and everything all at once.
And you just hear this voice coming in and just kind of just basically being like...
And then you hear the Big Bang intro. 5,000 years ago, blah, 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 blah. Da, 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 da.
No, not like that. No, not like that at all. But I just I hear that song I showed you. Mm-hmm. Like the voiceover goes like, there's just black. It's just darkness. And there's a faint light that is like, you could see it, but it's really far away. And as the voice is saying the words, it just kind of vibrates a little bit. And it's like, and then as soon as it stops with the voiceover part, is when the song kind of kicks in, and then you see this like in the distance, you see the flame, and then the feathers flying off, and you hear the pain in like the grinding of teeth because they don't know what's happening, and then when they strike down and they feel pain for the first time,
yeah,
and it's just like I don't know, man. This was all a dream.
It's a fever dream.
No, I'm talking about to me. This was
Mm.
a dream, and it was just like it helped me kind of. It's I don't want. I've gotten big into faith,
Mm-hmm.
and it kind of me doing that exemplified this
Okay.
and really put in the whole, like, you read it the first season
Mm-hmm.
and how it was basically the main character realizes that you could still have faith in your own way.
Man, it's like you're writing the story of me.
Well,
I'm
it's
just
just
kidding.
how I feel about it.
Yeah.
To
No,
where
for
there's
sure.
like, I could still believe in something and I don't need to be a part of this or that
Yeah.
to have that faith still and to keep that fight for my faith type thing.
Well, it's like we had a while back episode on this, but it was, the whole faith thing was like, you know, reading and learning and all that is kind of a burden because I would love to be one of those people who is not who just has blind faith. Let's put it that way. And they're like, you know what? No, when I die, I'm a good person. I'm going to heaven. But the more you read about things, and it's like people would say like, "Oh, that's the devil getting in your head." No, you're educating yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So it opens up a lot of doorways that you're like, "Oh, I'm not saying leave your faith, but educate yourself." So a while back, I read this book called "Outwitting the Devil" by Napoleon Hill, and it's basically a self-help book at the end, but it talks about a lot of shit. And the premise, or what it's kind of like formatted out to be, is the devil's trying to trick you into bad habits,
Mm-hmm.
and you got to get out of them. And it portrays this whole scenario, yitty yitty, wada wada. But the end of it is, it tells you like in the book, it's like you know, you can believe in God, the supreme intelligence, the one above all, whatever you want. It's still there. Whatever you want to call it, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the Big Bang could be a form of that. The guys who believe in evolution, still, it's a form of it, but it's still there. They could be like, "Oh no, I'm a science. I need things proven." Well, it's being proven to you in one way or another, and it's not just like,
Well,
"Oh."
and the thing is that there's a lot that's in that book
Mm-hmm.
that was proven.
What, the one I'm telling you about?
No, I'm talking about the ultimate book.
Oh,
There's things that it's like, yeah, that happened.
yeah,
There it is right there.
yeah,
You know?
yeah. So my when I think about God, because I was brought up Catholic, still follow
So was I.
some of the Catholic norms, but I'm like, I don't want to be just labeled into like, "Oh, you're Catholic." Yeah, sure, you can say I'm Catholic, but I'm an educated Catholic, so I know, enough to know that, if a Jewish person comes up to me and says like, "Oh no, my religion's the one true religion," I'm gonna be like, "Hey, that's your belief.
I'd be like,
know,
well,
You're going to hell, but that's your
Jesus
belief."
Jesus was a Jew
And you guys
and
murdered
created Christianity.
him.
We follow a lot of the same things.
Yeah. Jesus didn't create Christianity; his apostles did.
Jesus,
Christ, yeah, I understand that. He
but,
didn't create Christianity.
but Jesus
He didn't
spoke about
create that.
No, he spoke about Christianity, but he
It
was a
wasn't-
Jew.
It wasn't Christianity at the time, though.
It was about
It was a form of it,
yeah,
but it wasn't Christianity.
but he
itself.
spoke about God and Christianity.
Sure. Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
he did.
Verse and chapter.
About when he was going around talking about Jesus, about God and the one true
Yeah.
God and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was speaking about bringing people along to start Christianity.
But did he call it Christianity?
No, but
That's what I'm saying.
it's the premise of Christianity.
That's what I'm saying. And what drives the point home for me is you've seen Dogma.
Yeah.
Right? when Chris Rock says, "Oh, I was the 13th apostle. They don't mention me because I was black and all that bullshit." But he talks about he's like Jesus didn't care about all that stuff. He just wanted everybody to be good to each other.
Yeah.
He wasn't all about like, "Oh, if you don't believe in me, you're going to hell" or any of that. He's like, "All you got to do is ask forgiveness."
Well, but then it would also be like then God would be like, no, you need to believe in one true God.
Where in the movie?
No, I'm talking about God. If you read
Old Testament God, yeah,
yes,
yeah, Old Testament God, because they don't know what the fuck they were doing. Who'd they get this information from? The apostles didn't go to heaven. God didn't talk to them.
God talked to the prophets.
Yeah, who for all we know could have just been like, yeah, he said this to me. They could have been fucking stoned out of their minds.
No, they weren't allowed to do that.
They drank wine, and they had the milk of the poppy.
But they weren't allowed to do drugs.
Probably wasn't considered drugs back then. It was a luxury.
No, you had to live a certain life, dude. Then you have to think about when they would fast, and then you have to bring in parts of like, when they would have the 40 days and 40 nights during Lent and all those other things that they couldn't do. And if you did certain things that you were actually frowned upon, like, no, there was a lot that they could not do.
That was post-Jesus.
No, there was also oh God, what were they called? I'm trying to think of the specific group that was called that weren't allowed to own land. They weren't allowed to do anything else but religious things.
Jehovah's Witnesses?
No. Not the Philistines. There was a specific group during that period of time that they weren't allowed to do anything, and they were the purest of the ones who taught religion.
During the BCAC?
BC.
Yeah.
Because and these were the ones that were like, these are the true believers, these are the ones who do this, these are the ones who do that, but they're not allowed to own anything because they're against possession. They're against this and against that. They don't have this stuff.
Those are called now what, Mormons or?
No, it has nothing to do with that.
No, it's not. Who's the ones that can't own anything? Mormons or Jehovah's Witnesses? Mormons, right?
Mormons are the ones that have like multiple wives and all that other shit.
Yeah. So what is it? I always get those two confused. So it's Jehovah's Witnesses are like, oh, you gotta give up your possessions and all that shit. I think it's them, isn't it?
Sure.
There's one of those. I know there's a religion that's like, oh yeah, you gotta give up all your good shit. You gotta live a miserable life if you want to get into heaven. It's like, what? No, I don't think so. You can believe that. I'm not going to. There's a lot of typing going on.
I know. I have to put this in a specific way. The Levites. The descendants of Levi, one of the 12 sons of Jacob, were set apart from specific religious duties and were not allotted a territory.
Moses Jacob?
Yes.
Okay.
They were the Levites. They weren't allotted a territorial inheritance like the other tribes of Israel. The Levites were excluded from receiving a portion of the promised land as an inheritance.
That was Egyptian times, though. Like pharaohs and shit. That was like Moses.
It was throughout all of that period of time.
Yeah, but
the Levites were a specific group of people.
Yeah, but Jacob and Moses and all that shit was like...
They were the descendants of Levi.
Understandably. How far apart are they, though? Because they... how far away are the Egyptians from Jesus? Like a couple thousand years?
Yeah, but then you also have that there was always... a descendant of David was always on the throne of Israel for a long period of time, even after the Egyptians and all that other stuff.
David
there was
with the stone, David?
Yeah.
David and Goliath?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was always somebody that was related to David up until a certain point of time to when they're like, all right, your line is ended. Mm. But the Levites were always a specific group of people that were not allowed these things, and they were only allowed to do worship.
And you know what? The Lannisters always pay their debts. You ready to call it? Because we got like 20 minutes and I want to show you that song before we take off.
Well, I do have to say, I wanted this to be a Christmas episode.
It was supposed to be, but hey.
And it never turned around to that point.
We can say Merry Christmas at the end. You want to do gentleman or do you want to do the strawberry?
Let's just do strawberry.
Okay, sounds good.
Let's not open anything new yet until the new year.
Oh, if that might get open with my brother-in-law when he gets time.
Well,
But we'll get another one.
well, I'm talking about we don't need to do that until
Yes,
the new year.
I do feel though it would pair good with what we're drinking.
Yeah,
I'm
but
neck smooth.
I'm good with just keeping what we got. Let's finish that out.
Sounds
End
good.
it with that, and I don't know. I really wanted to talk about Christmas. I don't know.
We did have Christmas beer for the episode. But
We did talk about Christmas for like 5 seconds,
yes.
and then it went on to a tangent of other things.
We started watching Home Alone 2 because Tyler was like, which one was the better Home Alone? And I was like, I don't know, they're both good. She's like, well, which one's your favorite? I was like, I like both of them just fine. I'm like, they're both equally funny to me. The second one, maybe a little bit more, but...
Speaking of Home Alone, did you see what Macaulay Culkin said?
What? No.
He wants to do a movie, but his son is the one that takes on doing the Home Alone shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Like his real...
Like he has a son.
Okay,
Kevin has a son.
Okay.
And then he does the shit.
Like
same
they leave
shit.
him home
Yeah.
alone. It's like, oh, it's a family tradition.
But I would have loved if they would have done whatever. It was like a fan made film where Kevin had like PTSD and had all these things wrong with him, and he's like, no.
Like they kind of started it with the Google Home commercial.
Yeah,
that was pretty funny.
Like that would have been a good like sequel of like Home Alone, the aftermath. Like what happened to Kevin after that, and then bring it into where he started that security company.
Yeah.
To then lead into that last Home Alone that came out 2 years ago.
There was the fourth one, right?
Yeah, there was one that came out like
Buzz
was the cop.
Yeah.
And McAllister Home Security was the security system.
Yeah.
To then lead like that should have been a movie.
So here's the thing: we were watching it and we were really criticizing the fuck out of the movie, not in a bad way, but we were really looking at things, and we both had like a little bit of information about shit. But Tyler was like, "Man, that kid really knew how to fucking act." Like you could tell, like even when he's doing the hotel scene where he puts on the movie with the "Merry Christmas, you filthy animal" and a Happy New Year, and he leaves and he comes back and he does the "and Happy New Year, you filthy animal," and he does the like eyebrow. I'm like, dude, he had to improvise that.
Yep.
That I don't think that you can't script that. That had to be like in the moment.
I do love how was it Family Guy, where they did their rendition of Home Alone and they just went in and killed him.
Yeah.
And they're like,
you guys can catch me at the top of the stairs. You want to just kill him? Yep, kill him. Oh yeah.
It's like, yep, that's how it would have happened in real life. They would have just been like, let's just kill this fucking kid.
Well, see, in the first movie they didn't have a gun though.
No.
In the second one they did, but it was covered in the jelly.
Yep.
And he couldn't get the trigger to pull back, so they couldn't fucking kill him.
And the next the spin-off one was like a special ops group.
Yeah, they're like Russian terrorists.
Yeah. And they couldn't stop that kid.
In his remote control car that could set off a nuke in Chicago. And then we saw the trailer for that one. Talia was like, that kid is overacting. I was like, yep, you're right. I was like, Macaulay Culkin was something special, bro.
Oh yeah.
Like you could go back and watch Uncle Buck, Richie Rich.
Uncle Buck and Richie Rich were two of my favorite movies that he did. Aside from My Girl. My Girl was another one I liked too.
Well, he wasn't the main character.
No, but
he was good in it too.
That made me cry because I'm allergic to bees. And I was just like, I'm like, oh my god, that could happen to me.
Dude, I saw, it was a meme. And they were like, bee drill attack. And then they show the fucking boy from the My Girl. And he's at, and like, instant kill, super effective. I was like, oh my god, dude, that's fucking hilarious. Sad if it really happened.
But yeah, dude, Richie Rich was one of my favorites of that. And Uncle Buck, dude, I don't know, I love that movie.
Mm-hmm.
That was just one of those movies that were just like.
I want to watch the John Candy special. I haven't watched it, but like all the people that they brought in to do this, you could tell all those people love that guy.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, dude, I watched what's that movie he did with what's his name, Levy, Jim's dad from American Pie. John Levy, is that his name?
Yeah.
and it was like there were security guards. There was that movie. He
Yeah.
did planes, trains, and
Well, dude,
automobiles.
in Home, was it Uncle Buck? He actually like protected Macaulay Culkin from his dad because his dad was abusive
Yeah,
to him. So he kind of like was the buffer
yeah.
between them.
Do you know who did that too? The guy from iCarly, Spencer, the
Yeah.
brother. He would do that
Well,
on iCarly.
he did that with that fucking creep
Yeah,
from Nickelodeon.
yeah.
Yeah.
Dan something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy, dude.
I used to watch it. I was like, man, he's so annoying. That dude. His character was. I'm like, he's funny because he's like super dumb, but it's like it's a little over the top. And I found out he was doing. I was like, man, that dude's a real one, man.
Yeah.
You know.
And you gotta think like in that environment, everybody's usually out for themselves.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a cutthroat business.
Yeah.
You have to get that part
Oh,
to
dude.
make sure that
Have
you
ever,
keep a
like,
job.
Have you ever looked or dove into like Amanda Bynes' story?
Oh
It's
yeah,
fucking
dude.
sad, dude.
Yeah,
Like Drake Bell.
dude. He
That was
went off
sad.
the fucking rocker.
He was living in Mexico for a while.
Yeah,
I was like, damn, dude, you had to leave the fucking country because some dude was trying to get in your cheeks, and he did a couple times.
yeah,
That's fucking heartbreaking, dude.
yep.
But
And it makes you wonder, just like what was on the parents' minds.
oh, oh, well, you know that like I saw part of that documentary, and Drake Bell, like a girl he was dating, the mom was intervening because the dude, one of the creeper dudes, was like, "Oh yeah, we're going to Disney World," and she was like, "Drake, do you want to go to Disney World with this man?" He was like, well, you know," and she saw that he was like dubious, so she's like, "Yeah, you know what? Drake's not going with you. He's gonna be here. He's gonna stay here with us," and blah blah blah. And I was like, "Damn,
Yeah,
cock block much, but good for you."
but it's just I don't know, dude. Like, I guess I can't. I guess this is taking my previous career life into existence. Like, I never looked. I never thought of a kid in that way.
Right.
You know, and it's really odd to me.
Well, the messed up thing to me is like we kind of grew up with those kid actors, kind of. Like,
Well,
you
yeah,
know,
but
some of them.
I'm talking about the perverted side of things.
Right.
Like, as an adult, I don't look at a young person like,
Yeah,
oh,
because you're not fucking.
no, but
pedophile.
I'm talking about like bringing in my police life into it. Like, what the fuck is wrong with this person?
Yeah.
You know, and especially when you look at the Disney kids, the Nickelodeon kids,
Yeah.
all these other kids who their parents push them into acting because they do a certain thing, or they know
Yeah.
how to sing, or they know how to dance, and they get this one audition and it just skyrockets.
Right.
And then you have these adult actors that are with them who should have been there to protect them,
Yeah.
you know. And you have people like the dude from iCarly, the dude, you know, John Candy. You have all these other people who are like, oh shit, I need to protect this
Those are
kid.
the fucking heroes without capes, dude.
Well, I know, but it's just it makes it just I just want to know, like, what is wrong with you that makes you want that.
Well, okay, I'll tell you. It's kind of a funny story, but it's not funny because of the subject matter. But like, I remember one time when I went down to Mexico and I was visiting, and I just got there, and my brother-in-law was like, "Hey, man, you know, you just got here. Let me cook dinner for you guys. You know, we were at his parents' house. He wasn't married yet, and Talia's parents' house." And I was like, "Yeah, cool, man. You know, we'll have dinner on the terrace and all that, blah blah blah." And we were drinking. At the end, it was just me, my brother-in-law, and my father-in-law hanging out. This is before we got married. We were talking. You know, things get a little crazy when you start, you know, drinking. But we weren't drunk. But we started talking. And I was like, "Oh yeah, man. You know." It was the thing when like the pride flag was like a big thing, and I was like, "Oh yeah, man! I read somewhere that like I was like the pedophiles have their own flag, and they want to kind of like piggyback on what the LGBTQ plus whatever." All
Well,
that.
they have their own thing now.
Yeah, well, that's what I was getting at. I was like, they had their own flag, and they're claiming that it's sickness, and they're not doing it on purpose, and they're not blah blah blah. They're not mentally unstable. They just have certain things they like. And I'm like, yeah, yeah. And dude, my father-in-law was getting heated, and
Mm-hmm.
me and my brother-in-law were just talking about it, like we're with you. It's fucked up. We're not defending this. We're just talking about how it's a thing. But my father-in-law was getting really upset, and I was like, and that's my cue to leave. After I started that subject, and I was just like, you know what? I told my brother-in-law Ricky, I was like, hey, bro, I gotta go.
Yeah.
I was like, have fun with
Like,
this.
I don't want to. I'm not trying to. What's the best way I can say this? Because I had to deal with those people.
Yeah.
I did sex offender registration for like 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to see the cases and deal with those people.
Yeah.
And I was always not, I don't want to say curious, but I was always like, what triggered it, dude?
Yeah.
Like, what was the thing?
I think some people just never mature to the point where they're like, they think
Right.
they're still 12, so they're like, I like
So they're all right,
girls.
and that's where I think we might have talked about this before.
It's a dark psychology.
So no, but with Michael Jackson,
Yeah.
and I think we talked about this when we first started.
We probably had on and off
And
conversations.
I remember thinking like he was never able to grow up.
Yeah.
So he was he had a child mentality,
Yeah.
even though he was 40 years old, because he was never able to be a kid.
And he was castrated.
Yeah. Was he? No, he had
Yeah.
kids, dude. He wasn't castrated.
Well, they did something to him that affected like his vocal cords.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like he never had the ability to grow up like a kid. Like he wasn't able to be a kid and then to be a teenager
Yeah.
and then to be an adult. He had to go from being a kid superstar to being adult superstar and trying to just figure it out in between.
Well,
You know.
and then there's the whole Macaulay Culkin story where he's like, I was with him alone a bunch, and like
But-
none of that displayed.
But the thing but was he being a kid because he was never able to be a kid?
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, I'm like, these kids are probably these people. I shouldn't say kids. These people are never able to mature mentally, so they're like, in my heart and in my mind, I'm still 12, so I think it's okay to fuck around with 12-year-old girls.
Or just hang out. Like, and I'm not trying to downplay any of the nasty stuff that happens. I'm just talking about Michael Jackson
we are
specifically.
definitely on the same
Like-
page that it's wrong.
Like Michael Jackson was like, I was never able to be a kid,
Right.
and now I have the ability and the money to do whatever I want.
Yeah.
I want to have a playland in my house because that's something I've always wanted.
Well, see, like, here's the thing. Like, with me, look at this place. I have all the things that a kid would want. Because I have and had the money to buy it. And I've built this over years. Has
Yeah,
nothing
this
to-
does draw some red flags.
Shut up, stupid. But I'm not going around and be like, hey, 12-year-old.
No,
Want to
but
come over to my house and see my Marvel collection? No. These are things that I grew up with. I love them. And, like, even if you look at the stories behind a lot of these characters that are around us, there's like stories to them.
Mhm.
You know? I never went like, oh man, I'm always going to be 12 and like Captain America. No. I'm always going to be 8 and love Spider-Man and do what a spider can.
no, but you were able to grow up. I'm talking about the select few, because I feel like there are a select few
Mm-hmm.
that were never able to grow up
Yeah.
because of whatever situation they were in, an abusive household, or
Yes,
this
people-
kind of
They
household,
got
and that
stunted. Mm-hmm.
I feel like I was always curious
What drove them there?
about those situations, and I'd always ask I would ask the uncomfortable questions, because one, I needed to know who I was dealing with,
Mm-hmm.
and then two, because I'm like what triggered you to
What the fuck is wrong with you?
yeah. And I had some different answers, dude. I had some that were like really really fucked up,
Mm-hmm.
and then I had a few that I was kind of like that, like I understand it. like a 17-year, like a 16-year-old and a 19-year-old who dated when one was a freshman and one was a senior.
Yeah.
And then that relationship continued after that one graduated.
Yeah.
Like, I understand that.
Well, there's situations like that where like the parents know about it and they're like,
but then at a certain point, then they're like, no, fuck him because he's an adult.
mm-hmm.
You know, and I know, well, we grew up with somebody who had that similar situation.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad had to take care of that.
Yeah.
And my dad, like, tried to talk the parents out of it, and then it didn't go well. But anyway, but it was still, like, I've seen those kind of things, and then I've seen really crazy, like, I almost wanted to beat the shit out of this person as I'm talking to him because they're telling me what happened. And it's just crazy. There's not like a there isn't one road for this.
Yeah.
You know, and I don't know how we got onto this.
I don't know. This shit.
We got into it because of Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah, this shit got really dark though, and I gotta pee, and we gotta close this shit up because I'm like about to burst. So let's wish everybody Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Hey, have a Merry Christmas after all this.
Yeah. Happy.
Actually, you know what? Here, I do have to say.
I'm bursting.
Well, go pee and come back.
Go.
No, go pee. Come back. We can edit this part out. See, now you were worried about it, and you're back in like 30 seconds.
Such a relief.
Do you feel better now?
Way better.
All right. So we need to end on a happy note after going down this rabbit hole that we just went down.
Before, can I say something?
Yeah.
I always hear those horror stories from Tyler, like about like, oh, this person. I saw this news article about this person who raped a newborn, and I'm like, what the fuck? I don't want to hear this shit. Because I'm like, if I'm not saying I would or I wouldn't, but I'm definitely saying I would. If anything happened to my baby girl, you would see me on the news in an orange jumpsuit.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody fucking laid a hand on her in the wrong way, oh, you believe.
Dude, I've dealt with people who live in this town who did things to 2-year-olds and 5-year-olds and things of that.
And they're in jail now.
No. They live here. I could take you to one guy's house right now.
Let's go.
No. But it was a thing. I had to sit there and listen to this because I had to go through his whole case with him and figure out where he lived, what he was doing, what was going on, you know. And there was one. It was all gang related, and it was like a retaliation thing that he did. Mm-hmm. But in his retaliation, he also went against what they do. Mm. So not only did he do something to retaliate, but he also did something to violate what he's not supposed to do.
Right.
And I had to deal with that for... Dude, this guy was a pain in my ass for like 2.5 years. Biggest pain in the ass.
All right, happy note. Let's get this done with.
But anyway, Christmas is my favorite time of year.
Hey, there's a silver lining.
I don't know. I was listening to Christmas songs on the way over. And, dude, I don't know. There's this... I don't know about you, but there's just something about this time that... I don't know. I'm just always happy in December. Like, November, December, in the beginning of January, there's just something about it. Mm-hmm. And I hate that we went down that dark road for a little bit of time. But it was just, I don't know, there was just, and I was thinking about it to when the last couple Christmas episodes we did, you know, and we had the beers that I got from the ones with the Christmas characters on them, you know?
Yeah.
And it's just like, when I think of those things, and then like seeing the boys open up Christmas gifts and seeing my family open up Christmas gifts, like these little memories that I have.
Christmas light shows, all that good stuff.
I don't even care about that stuff, dude.
No, I'm saying it's like you go with your family and you do things like that.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about like these memories that, to me, of what defined Christmas are the things I just talked about. seeing the kids open up presents, doing our show with those beers and having that thing.
Yeah.
You know, like I was really looking forward to this being a Christmas episode. I don't know why, but I was just like, oh, dude, I'm so happy that
We took it off the rails pretty hard.
And I'm just like, dude, I'm so happy I'm not traveling right now. I'm so happy I get to come and do this because I love Christmas time. Not for me in a selfish way of getting gifts, but seeing the gifts
Just
that are
what it
going on
creates.
around me.
Yeah.
You know, and I love hearing the sappy, corny music.
Yeah.
And I love seeing all the
Baby, it's cold out.
yeah, the song that they were trying to cancel.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, come on, dude.
I bought a vinyl with all the Christmas songs, and it's on there, and I was trying to explain the song to Talia, and I told her, I was like, they wanted to cancel that, but WAP is still like okay to play on the radio.
Yeah.
She's like, well, it's a song about rape. I'm like, you are missing the point completely.
Yeah.
It's not a rape song. He's trying to like, hey, just hang out.
Yeah.
It's not rapey at all.
But no, I don't know. I've always been fascinated about this time of year ever since I was working in a grocery store and working overnights. And from Thanksgiving until New Year's Eve. Oh.
Don't cry.
No, my voice is going on me for a second. All I heard was Christmas music.
Yeah.
But I was alone because I was just working.
Yeah.
You know, and it was just hearing those songs and then being like, oh, dude, I just can't wait to see my nephews open up gifts.
Yeah.
You know, and then like, I don't care if I get anything.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't cared about that since I was like 15, 16 years old. I got my guitar, I got my PlayStation. I'm like, all right, cool. I don't need anything else.
Yeah.
You know, and then seeing my kids open up their stuff, and then my ex-wife open up her things, and then my new wife opening up her things.
Mm-hmm.
You know, just seeing that, like, that's what's for me.
Yeah.
And everybody's like, oh, well, what do you want? I'm like, I don't want anything. Like,
This is what I want.
If I wanted something, I'll go buy it.
Yeah.
I'm like, what I want is to see everything else happening in front of me.
Yeah.
And and I have Colleen always like, oh, you need to take pictures. You need to do this. I'm like, no. I'm like, these are memories for me that I have stored in here.
That's exactly how I am. But luckily, Talia does take a lot of pictures.
Colleen takes a lot of pictures too.
And then I get to look at them.
But I always tell her, and she's like, you should have taken a picture of this moment. I'm like, oh, I did.
Yeah.
And then she's like, what? I'm like, it's a picture that nobody will ever see but me.
Yep.
And I'm just like, and that's what it's all about to me.
Oh, I'm right
like
there with
this
you,
time of year, it's just, and even like the oh, hey, what do you guys want for Christmas? And then they're putting the most obnoxious shit on a piece of paper to where I'm like, all right, you ain't getting that, but I'm going to get you something else that is close, you know? And then just being like, I can't wait for the day, even it's only like 15 minutes of ripping up some paper and taking something out of a box,
right?
You know? And I try to instill that in them to where I'm like, it's not about the gifts, dude. I'm like, it's about being together and just being a part of something that's bigger than you, you know? And I have to say this year in particular, because it's been a drastic year of change for me. And going down the path that I've gone on and listening to the things that I've listened to and the things that I've read, to where I have a completely different, like, my view and everything is so just straightforward as an arrow.
You got a new outlook
on how I want things to be and everything. And I'm like, I look at it, I'm like, I just want to be happy.
Yeah.
And these are the things that bring me my joy. You know, and I want to end it this way instead of ending it the way we were going.
Yeah.
You know, because the way we were going was just it was like Krampus when they shake the snow globe and they're in there.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, this is what happens with Krampus. You know, and it's just, I don't know, man. I feel like a lot of people forgot about that and have strayed away from what things are really supposed to be about.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just sad. And
I wouldn't say people have strayed away.
a lot of people have strayed away, dude.
It's just, I think it's just we caught on with what it is to be an adult at Christmas time. So you see a lot of things that you didn't see as a kid. Just like, you know, Emma and Braxton probably don't see it now because they're like, oh, it's Christmas, it's holidays, and family. And right now it's one thing to them, and as they grow older, and Allison too, it'll be one
Well,
thing.
I'm talking about people that are our ages,
Right.
and I'm just like, you guys are not looking at it the right way, you know.
I don't know who those people are, but I know like the people I know. They're like Christmas time. It's holidays, get-togethers. You enjoy the family, enjoy friends. All that good stuff. So that's what I'm about too. I'm like, it's Christmas time. It's relaxing time. It's, hey, let's play silly music. Let's watch silly movies. Let's do the whole thing.
That's why I wish my birthday wasn't in December, dude.
My
Because I hate having a day that's like people are like, "Oh, happy birthday to you." I'm like, I wish my shit was in like the summer.
I guess I haven't. I don't want to say I haven't had a good birthday.
I just don't like my birthday being close to a holiday.
Yeah. Plus, it's kind of like the weather's kind of shitty around your time.
Yeah.
Like me is my shit's perfect. I get end of summer. It's starting to cool down, so it's like perfect. Sometimes you get rainy seasons, but hey, that's what indoors are for.
Yeah. My birthday was cold as shit.
Yes, it was.
All right.
I was. What did we do? What did I do for my birthday? I don't even remember. But I was just like, it's cool, whatever. But it's been like that for the past couple of years because I'm just like, they're like, oh, it's your birthday, and they're like, what do you want to do? And I'm like, I really don't care. Like, you don't need to celebrate me being born for the 40th time. Like, what do I want? I want us to just hang out, be together, and enjoy some food.
Oh, like when we had my birthday party last year.
See, that was a good time.
Yeah, but I didn't want it, dude.
But it was a good time. You got your friends and family together.
Oh, I know, but I didn't want a birthday party for me. Colleen's like, you want this, right? I'm like, no, I don't.
But you're happy it happened because you had a lot of good people there.
Well, yeah, but I didn't need it. That's the thing. Like, I didn't want it. Like, I told her, and then she's like, well, what do you want to do this year? I'm like, my birthday's on a Sunday.
You didn't want it, but it was nice to have it.
But I would have been completely fine without it.
Yeah, well.
And then my mother-in-law singing happy birthday to me in front of the whole bar as Marilyn Monroe. Like,
yeah.
And then she thinks this year I was 51 instead of 41.
Decade went by pretty fast.
And I was like, I looked at her, I'm like, well, I have to say, if I'm 51, I look all right for 51.
Oh, dude. A whole nother can of worms. But Resident Evil 9, they revealed my boy Leon. He's 51 in the game.
I thought you were going to say he was a transvestite.
No.
Born again Christian.
He's
reptilian.
They made him 50. He's 51, but they made him look like Brad Pitt 51. I'm like, that's my dude. Anyway.
Oh, that was just the Brad Pitt movie we watched. Oh, F1. That was a good movie. It was good. It was a good movie.
We'll get to that. All right. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yes, Merry Christmas. I tried
Christmas.
to cheer it up at the end.
Hey, yo.
Hey.
And we'll see you hopefully for a New Year's episode.
Yeah, we can do one when I get back from Boston.
Mm-hmm. Good night, everybody.
Good night.